Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. Hello again, everyone. Still going strong with the 26. Still haven't messed it up. May have messed it up once or twice in rehearsals, but that's why you do the rehearsals. Frank, I always tell you, let's rehearse. Let's get on.
Oh, really?
Let's get on the right track here. You know, it's a new year, new you, all that stuff and more. Here we are, still going strong. Sometimes my chair gets caught on the little carpet thingy here, but my friends, what a day we had yesterday. Still buzzing over the last 48 hours, really. Bills on Sunday. Oh, you know what's so funny about the Bills talk at the top of the show? I think it lasted like 8 minutes, and then I see like, oh, why do I have to wait? And they say 30. Why do I have to wait 30 minutes to get to the MMA talk on an MMA show? Oh. First of all, it was less than 10. Second of all, we're not an MMA show. Third of all, we gave you 4+ hours after that. Okay, relax. Can you let me be? Can you let me be happy? Just for once. Just for once. Lord knows Frank doesn't let me be happy. Can never do anything for me. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Anyway, we had a great day afterwards. We had a great day yesterday. We had the champ on, Alex Volkanovski, dispelling some rumors. And then we had a little pizza party with the one and only Arman Tsarukyan. I do have a bone to pick with Mr. Arman. I saw him post today his sad sack pizza on a folding table in Times Square. We're not even going to show that one. It doesn't even deserve to be shown after all the praise we gave him. I mean, we had a real pizza party here. We had a real freaking pizza party here. We'll relive that in a moment. First, let me tell you about today's program. Another stacked one, a 4-pack of guests joining us today. Back end of the program, Mauricio Ruffy. New team, new management, new fight. A lot of big things happening in his life since the loss in September. Let's see how he gets back on track. Had a 7-fight winning streak, lost to BSD in Paris. This was all part of the much talked about demise of the Fighting Nerds. He's returning on the Sydney card, January 31st here in North America, February 1st over there. Really good fight against Rafael Fiziev. It's always tough when you go with the Rafael Fiziev and then the Mauricio Ruffy. The R is an H for the Brazilians, but it's a hard R with the Eastern Europeans. Anyway, big fight, fun fight, striker's delight. He's now training with the likes of Alex Volkanovski. He's an engaged athlete. I like this fight for him. I like this fight a lot. Looking forward to it. I like the fight for both of them, if I'm being honest. We'll talk to him about all of that and more. At about 3:30, at 2:30, our good friend Ade Oladipo will stop by. Tuesdays with Ade, just like the old times. Back to back. A lot going on in the world of boxing. We'll pick his brain on all of those matters. Big news yesterday, Ryan Garcia against Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. So we'll talk to Ade at around 2:30. At 2 o'clock, Charles Johnson, who's competing on the first UFC card of the year, the much anticipated UFC 324. It's amazing, right? Don't you feel like people are kind of foaming at the mouth at this point? Like they can't wait for the UFC to be back. And it's only been, a little over, it's been literally like 32 days since the last UFC, but people are just going nuts. A little distance, a little absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's what they say. Anyway, he's on that card against Alex Perez. Last guy to beat Joshua Van, by the way, the new champ. So we'll talk to Mr. Charles Johnson about that. And at about 1:30, one of the biggest stars in the PFL, one of the biggest stars in women's MMA, the great Dakota Ditcheva, who's supposed to fight on February 7th, unfortunately suffered an injury. She's out. We'll get an update from her, talk to her. It's been a minute. It's been about 5 or so months, maybe even 6 at this point, considering her last fight was in July. So we'll catch up with the Man City fan, the one and only Dakota Ditcheva. So there's your 4-pack of guests. A little something for everyone. But as I said yesterday, had a little pizza party. Pizza. I felt like you were missing out on the action. I wanted to relive it with you.
Yeah, no, it's very tough when this happens.
So much fun, so much buzz, so much crack.
Everyone's having a great time. You can feel the vibrations.
Yeah.
The texts are flying, the vibrations are coming through from the studio.
Yeah.
Frank is even smiling. I heard someone text me and said Frank is smiling.
Yeah.
I was like, my God. What gets me upset is, all this fun being had, me not being there. The only thing I can say that was close to this is the Action Bronson thing.
Yeah.
And that happened.
Yeah.
I was devastated. I was just watching it in the sitting room with my family around me going, yeah, if I was in New York, they would have brought me.
Yeah, for sure.
See them hugging each other?
Yeah.
They would have hugged me.
You'd have done
That's what
some
it was like
push-ups.
yesterday. Yeah, not a lot, but I mean, I would have done it. They could have edited it somehow. But another thing, Richie dropping MMA knowledge, I was like, he could just replace me on the show.
He was
like, he's just in the cut. Armin's there. You're all talking about, I believe it was Hamzat and Pereira, and he just drops in like, what do you think of the ground game situation? What do you think about the disparity? I was like, Richie, come on, mate. You're making beautiful pizzas. You're showing up with all this charisma. It was heartbreaking, and
he was great.
It's been a rough 12 hours thinking about where is my position on the show now. Really,
no, Richie was great. What a revelation! We've actually been talking about ways of having him on the program more to drop some of that knowledge. I don't know.
I don't like the sound of that.
Piece of pie with Richie. I don't know. A slice.
Fridays, is that what you're thinking about?
A slice. I was thinking about it being the perfect way to like sort of go into the weekend.
Yeah.
Richie maybe with a couple other pizza guys. Talking about anyway.
Cook
Let's
Ben, maybe.
You mentioned it. Hey guys, how are you? Let's relive. Let's relive what happened yesterday. Let's all watch it together because it was so much fun. Armin was so great.
Pizza, you should have been here, man.
Yeah, no, it would have been great. It would have been.
Man, you should have been here, bro.
Thanks.
Wish you were here.
Yeah. Let's relive it. Here it is. Here it is.
Right,
Come in. Here it is. Look how excited here. Look at all this pizza.
Whoa,
Look at all this pizza
whoa.
from our good friends.
Why didn't you tell them we're gonna have a lunch?
Look at this. Look at this from our good friend. Hey, Richie's here. My guy Richie. Yeah, look at that bro hug. That's a bro hug. Number one pizza in New York.
What's up, brother?
Pleasure. Been watching your career since the start.
Richie hit him with the
Richie
broad.
from Lucio Soho.
Richie, why you so skinny? You don't need your pizza.
Too much. I'm out of the
banter.
oven.
No
Bit of
way.
banter
You don't need
He's
your
got the
pizza.
Knicks.
You're too skinny.
With you, I gotta get the XL sizes.
And
Compliment
then
to
you're
his
gonna
physique
be
now.
you're gonna change your old clothes for the XL.
Ariel has no idea that
Pause it right there. Pause it. Wait. Keep going. Yes.
Ariel has no idea that you can hear Richie here, right? Because he doesn't know
I'm
that we
sweating,
mic'd him.
actually.
So Richie's having this whole conversation, and Ariel's like, "Oh shit, is he?"
Well,
Come over to the mic.
Just throwing it out there. Thank you for bringing that up. Maybe if there was someone in the control room who could have been like, "Hey, Ariel, don't worry, he's mic'd up," because I am wearing the piece.
Don't worry, I shouted
could have
to
said
you
that. Frank probably should
5
have said
seconds
that.
You
later.
were also
Absolutely.
feeding his microphone into your ear directly. So
There's so much going on. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah. So how am I supposed to know you didn't realize?
Hey, Ariel, heads up. Don't worry about it. He's mic'd up.
That's a great point by Frank.
It's a great point.
He's in your ear. He was coming right through your IFB.
Pause. I mean,
I am.
but what, can I just say, the shot of the pizzas like almost going up to Armin's head, and there was a great meme that I saw on Instagram of someone saying like when you're in class and they all of a sudden break out a pizza party and everyone's so excited. That's what it felt like. Like you could feel how excited Armin was, but he did bring up a good point. Like he had a couple hours to kill. He said he was going to get something to eat. Rick didn't tell him that hey, don't eat too much. Not going to tell you.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been suspicious at all.
Okay.
Hey, Armin,
I think he would
don't eat too much, brother.
I think he would have played along. Anyway, it was great. It's
he
great
would have played
banter.
along, but he also wouldn't have been surprised.
It was great banter. Keep going. What do we have here? Come speak into the microphone. This is Richie, legend. He's mic'd up. Oh, he's mic'd up. Okay. Wow.
Listen.
Wow, look at this, Armin.
I got you.
So I'm telling you right now, I would only do this for Ariel. Only. He texted me this order.
It's a beautiful
Yes.
shot
I really
right here.
wasn't sure about it, but you know what? Only for you.
count.
My
Shut up,
guy.
Brad.
What is it?
Shut
What
up,
is it?
Brad.
Tell
right.
the world. It's called. Look at this, Armin. Look at this.
So-
the Helwani. You see that? That's called Aura. That's called class right there. Please,
Listen,
kids
so
love
it's
that.
New York
Make fun of
plain
me.
pie
Yes.
with chopped green olives
Yes.
and pineapple. Only. This goes.
My nutrition is Italian.
Thanks. This is how I feel.
No. This is number one. Have you ever
This
had
Italian
green
gonna
olives?
kill him.
He literally made me go against.
That
I
shot with
believe it.
Pineapple on the pizza, not
This shot.
allowed.
This is the shot.
Italian.
It's me and you, brother. I should be on that side of the
Come here.
table.
I can't wait. This is, you actually did it.
You want to do the reveal?
Okay, let's try it.
This is the money shot. PT, money shot right here. When I was growing
Money
up, I used to have pineapple and olives every Sunday night with my family. I feel it right here.
Really?
I'm so
Getting choked
excited.
up a bit
And
there,
Richie's
Aaron.
doing it just for me, exclusive. This is going to be the #1 seller over at Lucia of Soho.
Oh my
So
God! Listen,
They're gonna do. They just can
God.
come and say
at that.
Ariel's Pizza.
Armin, look at this.
only for him.
Wow. Some piece
Let's
of work.
try it.
You gotta
It
try?
look beautiful, but maybe it's not taste good.
Holy crap, I can't believe I'm actually staring at this. Richie, you know, it's hard to get. It's hard to get in this city to get a custom pie like that. That's why I was so excited.
Ah, goodness.
Why?
Armin. Because he says it's against all his beliefs. Look at this, Armin.
Sicily, they would chop my head off. Forget
Yeah,
about
right?
it.
Forget
They would
about
not
it.
be having this.
What's your background?
Forget about it. He don't want to forget
Italian.
about it.
Italian American.
I like how Armin
From
kind of
Brooklyn.
takes over the interview
You
here.
know,
He's
like my
asking him
neighborhood's called
questions.
Garrettson Beach, so we're by Marine Park, Sheepshead Bay.
And he's you can't
Gravesend,
hide the
Bensonhurst,
excitement when they try
Coney
this.
Island.
They're like,
It's very different
it's
than
good.
above Prospect Park. It's a different Brooklyn.
Right.
But you know, it's.
What do you think? What do you think, Armin?
Very good. We gotta do good content. You don't know how to do that.
What you think?
It goes started out.
Get in there,
Do you
we
know what I
got
was
more
thinking when I
pies.
was watching this as
Armin,
well?
what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know when
He's taking it for the casa. That's
New
it.
York
gotta
people
open this,
and you
bro.
say like,
think
oh,
you
whereabouts
like
is
this
it?
one,
And you
the
go,
spicy
oh, you hop
sausage.
on the one train. You just
Holy
completely
crap,
turn your
that
brain
one
off.
looks
You're like,
Yeah.
gone.
We need more
Don't
space
clue what you're
around
talking about.
this,
Nah, I
He
like
likes me
that
to make
part.
the giant
Look,
pizza,
I know,
but
look,
I figured.
You're
Armin-
New York fucking Rick.
Armin's directing now.
Look at that.
He gets it.
Look at the setup, the plating.
I gotta do the video like I'm eating everything.
He's got
Now,
it.
what are you
right.
feeling when he's knocking over everything on your desk?
I'm worried they're all gonna topple over, so I
thinking about that.
save them and
Almost
end
a
up breaking one of
Hawaiian pizza
them.
After the New Year, I'm
Did you hear him there? He was like, I gotta do the video like I'm gonna eat everything.
Ah, wow. Wow.
Can we talk about this shot right
This is
here?
Emmy award-winning stuff from our
Cinematic.
guy, Brad.
That's the vodka pie.
Brad,
That's
the
what we're most famous for.
videographer.
This is what we submit for sure. for
This
awards.
was his Mona Lisa. By the way, apologies. My brother called me out on this. He introduced me to Richie. It's not Lucia's. I was giving it a bit of like a Spanish sort of, I don't know, a twang. It's more like Lucia's, would you say?
Lucia.
Lucia's.
Lucia's. It's
Say it
tough.
first, Pete.
There's no S either. It's just Lucia.
I don't want to try.
No, you say like, oh, I'm going to,
Nah.
I'm going to Domino's. It's really just Domino Pizza.
No, it's actually Domino. No, it is Domino. It's like when
Yeah,
people say
feel it
cats
right
is
here.
I'm going to cats.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so it's
It's the exact same thing.
Lucia. It's Lucia of Soho. Oh, gosh, it's Lucia. Lucia of Soho. What a spot, though. What a spot.
Incredible. Shout out to Richie.
Yeah.
Really came through for us.
Next time you come in, PT, let us know. He says he wants to cater. He asked us where the Irish guy was. Actually, he said British, and then we told him he's actually
Well,
Irish. Yeah.
We keep them in a closet in the back.
In any event,
Pigara, just kick open the door and start dancing.
The music starts playing and then he comes out.
Not a quarter.
Whenever you open the closet, it triggers the music and you have to start dancing.
Armin was great crack. He was a great time.
Yeah.
But there is other things to discuss. Guys, we woke up this morning. There was an announcement for the announcement. There's going to be some kind of announcement from one UFC president, Dana White, I do believe, on Instagram Live. So stay
Interesting.
tuned.
Look, Instagram.
Yeah, maybe they'll spice it up. Maybe they'll spruce it up. Maybe they'll give us a little production value, or maybe not.
The intern was so excited they misspelled announcement.
Is that true? Let's see it.
And Nukanimit.
Oof, it's tough. It is.
So you were saying, like, what are the
It's
odds being
tough.
given that it won't be just him holding the camera up to his face here? Like, what do you think? There's genuinely something?
No, I think it's
There's gonna be
like
an innovation here.
I think it's plus 20,000 that it's anything other than that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. No doubt.
Any guesses? Any guesses?
I think UFC Miami, something in regards to that, the pay-per-view in April.
Yep.
I think we get a fight for Seattle and England as well.
Okay. Wow. Already? Yeah, I guess the next one up would be because we have March 7th.
We already got Houston.
Yeah.
We already got Mexico. And then it's an Apex card, and then we got fight nights in London and Seattle.
Right.
And then I think we get the April pay-per-view.
Okay. Wow. That would be something. So we will keep our ears to the street, as they say. The PFL, perhaps, I don't know. Coincidence? Probably. Trying to usurp the UFC's announcement. They have announced that they are officially going to Pittsburgh. Now, they already announced that they were going to Pittsburgh, but they didn't give us any fights. We know about Dubai. We know about Madrid. Now we know about Pittsburgh. Here's John Martin, the CEO of PFL, relatively new, announcing they're going to Pittsburgh. Saturday, March 28th. By the way, same night as UFC Seattle. Johnny Eblin versus Brian Battle at 185 pounds. Don't hate it. Like it a lot. Eblin wanted the rematch against Costel Van Steenis, isn't getting it. Probably number one contender fight. Also, Pittsburgh's own Dalton Rosta against Impa Kasangane. I like it. Local guy fighting close to home, sell some tickets. 2 solid fights there, both at 185. People, this is the way a promotion works. No,
and of course you have the Madrid fight as well.
Yeah,
play into this. Yeah, I like
exactly.
that.
This is good. This is good. I like it. I like it a lot. Eblen not getting the title shot, probably the next best thing. Fighting the new guy coming over from the UFC in his PFL debut. This is very good. A lot of changes as we've discussed, and as you guys discussed on Thursday regarding the PFL. We know by now that Peter Murray is out. I can't tell you that longtime president Ray Sefo has also parted ways with the company. So he was a mainstay in the World Series of Fighting / PFL days. Also, legendary fighter, coach, but seemed like he wasn't being used as much in the face-offs, media, and whatnot. There are other people behind the scenes that aren't household names, and I don't want to put their business out there. Ray, obviously, very much a public person, very much a household name, but I do know of several behind the scenes important players in the building of PFL who also parted ways with the company as of last week. So a lot of change, and they're really going in, as we've discussed multiple times, they're really going into a very, very important, a very big year for them with the ESPN rights being up at the end of the year. This event, by the way, the main card, I saw Jedi tweet that the main card of the Pittsburgh card is going to air on ESPN2. And I'm sure a lot of people in Pittsburgh woke up very depressed this morning with obviously what happened yesterday in the NFL playoff game.
Anyone who watched that game is depressed.
Yeah, it was an awful game. But perhaps this brightened their spirits a little bit, right? Perhaps they're now moving on and happy about it. Isn't it weird, PT, by the way, that the only good AFC game involved the Buffalo Bills? Some are saying they got rid of their toughest test. Some are saying.
The thing is, are we going to start talking about football again?
No, we're waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the way, we're going to have Chuck Mindenall on, longtime, lifelong Broncos fan. Lifelong Bills fan.
I can't believe it's happening.
I can't believe,
I've been waiting for the Helwani Mendenhall Bowl for a long time.
What do you mean? We had it last year in the first round. We smoked their asses.
It feels bigger.
It feels bigger.
If
we're on the road.
It feels way bigger.
Yeah,
Broncos' real team this year, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Last year.
Are they though, PT? Are they?
We're going to find out.
Yeah, we are going to find out.
We're going to find out.
We are going to find out. We did get some unfortunate news on the boxing side of things this morning. The great Moses Atama, who is scheduled to fight next weekend, unfortunately injured. This courtesy of Queensberry. Moses Atama has sustained an injury in camp for his fight with Jermaine Franklin on the 24th of January. Would have been a great day. That fight in the afternoon, UFC 324 in the evening. To me, Moses is must-see TV. He is unbelievable to watch. A future legend, no doubt, future champion as well. Due to this, the whole Magnificent Seven show, I didn't get through the whole thing. Yes, has been postponed and moved to the new date of the 28th of March at the Co-op Live in Manchester. So there you have it. He's a big part. He's a big draw. They're moving the whole thing. I did see some people say, like, if the show is so magnificent and if it's Magnificent 7, why are you moving the whole card just because one fighter fell off?
That's a good point.
I mean, but it's Moses, What are you going to do?
See that Irish card they're doing, Queensbury, Ariel, on March 14th at 3 Arena?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Who's
a lot
headlining?
of Irish fighters. It kind of feels like
Conlon.
What's his name? Kakachi.
Oh, okay.
He's fighting. Oh my God, dude from Liverpool. His name is gone. Champion. There's lots of Irish fighters on the card anyway.
Nice.
You'll know them better than I do. But
I like this.
Big night for Irish boxing run by Queensbury. I think it's great, and it's all kind of living up. It's kind of grown from those events with Katie Taylor, I feel, who kind of brought boxing back. So great to see. It's going to be a big event, I think. Big
I love
pressers
that.
today in Dublin.
Kakachi, I do believe that he reps Northern Ireland. Would he be accepted? Would he be like? How
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Boxing's like rugby. It kind of doesn't the kind of that kind of stuff doesn't apply. There's even books written about it. Don McRae wrote a brilliant book about it in Sunshine or Shadow about how that kind of it was above the troubles even in Northern Ireland. Both sides kind of trained together, everything like that, and fight nights were kind of nights off of the troubles, if you get me.
Okay, I love that. Don McRae, legend. PT, can you explain something to us? Can you explain something to us? The fight, by the way, is Jazza Dickens against Anthony Kakachi. If I could break the fourth wall, on-air Jordan got in my ear, but he called it, he said Jay's Dickens or something, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're saying right now. What did you say? What did you call him? Dykens? What did you call him?
I said James Dickens.
James, yeah, not familiar.
I don't know if you're. Well, I'm literally
Real
looking
name.
at the DAZN boxing Twitter feed, and they fonted him as James Dickens.
The Jazza,
Who's
isn't
the
it?
Jack,
Everyone
right?
knows him as Jazza.
Oh, did you see what just happened? Did you see what just happened as I'm giving crap to On Air Jordan? My tea bag got caught on the thing, and now it all exploded on my compuder.
Somebody's just listening audio only. That one's a good one.
One second. Talk amongst yourselves.
My tea
How are
bag
you, lads?
exploded all over my computer.
all over on the thing.
Frank, it might be high time to get a new computer, but also this thing has proven to be problematic. This thing right here. Can we get a replay on that? I had the tea.
I love how you blame everything and
get a
everyone.
Hold
by
on,
yourself.
we're
You wanna relive
We're
this?
rewinding the replay. It'll be ready in
Did
just
you
a
get
matter
tea
of
on the
seconds.
microphone?
I don't give a fuck about this. Sorry. I don't give a hoot nanny about this microphone. Did you guys see what happened?
No, nobody saw it.
I'm giving crap to On Air Jordan, which is karma for me, so I apologize, On Air Jordan.
Don't deserve that, Jordan.
The tea bag gets caught on the thing here. Yeah.
It's a bit of user
I
error.
gotta be honest. That sounds like a skill issue. It doesn't
this-
sound like an
this
equipment
is user
failure.
Sounds like
I think my computer is going to explode now. It's all over the thing.
I'm looking it up here. It says tea spilled on computers usually results in explosion. Wow.
Frank move. Yes, me.
That's what I need in the year 2026.
The delivery from GC there was A++. I thought he was really looking it up.
Wait, let me just see. I have to, because you know on the sides there's the
The speakers?
yes. Let me just see.
This?
Oh, here's an interview. Ariel Helwani interviewing someone for the CBC Sports. Let me just see if the audio works.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, that's you laughing.
GC there was
Oh, this is you. Okay.
Oh, this is
This
us
is on the
just right now.
CBC interview?
No,
Wow,
no.
they got it in the future.
All I hear is
I
you
saw your
laughing.
interview with Schwinghammer up earlier.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm listening to. Maya, you're a fan?
You were listening to me laughing 5 seconds.
Schwinghammer, yeah, I love that name.
Thank you.
I was
Thank
going
you.
to say there's a big difference between Maya and Schwing.
I was really hoping she'd be like a. Schwinghammer is one of the greatest names.
Track
I've ever
and
heard.
field, like throwing the thing.
You know, doesn't. Yeah, that's what
I
I
was
thinking,
really
but
hoping she
doesn't
was
suit
going to
the
be
sport.
a
hammer thrower. of
Discus,
course.
hammer
Oh,
throw,
okay. I
you know?
got you. I got you.
hammer.
Yeah, not a big Winter Olympic sport. PT, can you explain something to us in North American terms?
Another thing.
Okay, can you
Okay, I'll take
explain this in NFL or NBA? I think your NBA knowledge isn't as deep, but how
Terrible.
significant is this link up right here? How significant is this? This is the great Ilya Taporia and this man. Who is this man
Sergio
in NFL
Ramos.
terms?
Holy shit, Sergio Ramos. He'd be like, in terms of Spanish football, he's Tom Brady. Like he's
Tom Brady?
Captain fantastic. I mean, he is. Sergio Ramos is one of the greatest centre backs in the history of Spanish football, especially his leadership as well. Just a brilliant guy. Played for Real Madrid. Very loyal to his team, Ilya's team, obviously. But like, he is like a contemporary legend of the club. Like he's up there with any of them, and because he was a Spanish captain with the World Cup, I believe, he's even more legendary. Huge, and Jesus, he's in great shape still. As
Yeah,
well.
rate the form, the technique.
I mean, his left hook isn't as good as yours, Ariel.
It's a little sloppy, right?
Intermediate, definitely. Like, you know, he could probably win a few fights at intermediate level, but he come up against a big power puncher like yourself, he's going to be in trouble.
Respect for wearing the gloves that you have to lace up. You know, you like you're legit if you're not the Velcro ones. You know, that's the
Yeah,
difference.
that's Ilya looking out for him, I'd say. You know what I mean? Great haircut.
Wow, you know what? I didn't expect Tom Brady, by the way.
But he is like, he's like Beckham in England. You know what I mean? He's like that. He is an absolute icon.
Will he play on the
hated
Spanish
by
team?
Barcelona people. Yeah, he was the captain. And
No. Will he play this summer?
No,
or is he done?
No, I don't think so. I think he's done. I think he's about the same age as me, so 38, 39, 40, but maybe even older. So on the way out, unfortunately.
Can I
New
say,
team, new era.
It seems like ever since we gave Khabib props on like his Champions League knowledge, I see him weighing in. He's like weighing in on the Barcelona gaffer getting the boot. He's weighing in on Erling Haaland. It's like
Real Madrid, gaffer.
yeah, that one too. It's like who asked? You know, like stick
Is
to
he a
MMA.
Real Madrid guy? Is that his team?
Yeah, you
What
see
is
him
this
with-
take?
It's like Khabib.
Dude's
No one
been a
no one
soccer
asked
fan
you about
forever.
your thoughts on Xabi Alonso, okay? Who asked? All I say is like stick to MMA. That's all. He showed us that he knows ball. Great.
Shut up and dribble.
You said it. You said it. No?
Insane take.
I just want to.
This is definitely trolling.
I want to rewind for a second to the start of the show where you were defending talking about football for 10 minutes. I just want to make sure this is the same show, same moment.
Nah, man, Habib knows ball, man. He does it, and he's a good baller too.
Like he feels like he has to make these proclamations. Like, okay, we get it. You know who won the Ballon d'Or in 2001,
and every year since.
You don't need to lecture me on loyalty of one of the great clubs in the history of international football, Real Madrid. Okay. By the way, are you even a Real Madrid fan? Like
I think it's his team.
Is this a worker or shoot? I really can't tell. I genuinely can't tell.
I'm being honest. I'll just say stick to MMA. By the way, why do they have El Clasico in Saudi Arabia?
Money.
They buy that one too.
They bought it.
Yeah. What do you think?
Isn't that why?
I mean, what?
Why did
that
you
is like
guess?
Why
the
is Tom
fans
Brady
wanted
playing
an
flag
experience
football?
in
No.
Saudi
But this
Arabia.
is like El Clasico is as Spanish as it gets.
Is this the one last weekend? Like,
Yeah.
well, it was the Super Cup. It's not. It's like the Carabao Cup. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
so they just happened to meet. It wasn't like a league match.
It's a tertiary cup. Like, so like the Copa del Rey is their FA Cup, and then La Liga is obviously their Premier League. So
why is the Spanish Cup being played in Saudi Arabia?
You know why?
I mean, money. I know why, but it's
okay. It's actually not. Yes, you're 100% right, but it's actually not as bad. I thought it was like a regular season match. If it just so happened to be the finals and they ended up playing each other, and then obviously when they play each other, it's El Clasico. It's not as big of a deal as opposed to like taking that game is so lucrative. We're gonna take it and move it there. Do you know what I mean? That fixture.
I hope I'm right now about this. Like,
yeah. We come to you for the football takes. Yes.
Habib would actually know this.
Yeah. Let's call him up real quick.
I'm
here.
looking at his Twitter and he's giving a full breakdown of the
Habib knows
El Clasico in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You know, I went to that game once. Barcelona v Real Madrid.
In Madrid or Barcelona?
Or Saudi Arabia?
Barcelona.
Oh, you were at the Saudi Arabian match.
Ronaldo scored one. Beautiful.
Wait.
What a time.
Was this at Camp Nou?
Yeah, it was.
It's a legendary stadium. Spotify Camp Nou now, right? Is it known as that?
Are you trying to prove your knowledge of the stadium in Barcelona?
What? The Bernabeu?
No. That's in Madrid, bro.
He's right about the...
I actually went to the Bernabeu. It was great.
We still on for Ireland World Cup in Atlanta, PT?
Yeah.
Well, they have to qualify first.
You know what the issue is? We're all trying to buy tickets the other day.
Oh, here we go.
Like, let's get some tickets. I go onto the fucking thing, and I can see the tickets. I'm like, great, let's get some tickets. And then it was like, no, you have to make a FIFA account. Make a FIFA account. Then I go in, and I can't. And my mate's in the same situation. Tomo got some aim with it. I'm like, how do you get the tickets now? They're just bringing me the premium packages, 90k. So I used your card, Ariel. Thank you.
Oh, here we go.
Like, let's get some tickets.
I don't know what
you're worried about that speaker, eh?
I'm worried about this. But wait, why are you going to buy tickets before they qualify? You might be stuck with tickets that don't involve. Or you
what? Wait, what do you mean?
Don't they have to win the playoff? Or you're saying it's fait accompli?
Yeah.
Also, those tickets are going way up. If
it's a good point. I just will snag them now.
Should I just snag them now on?
Snag them now and then sell them.
Should I snag them on Game Time?
We love Game Time.
Look at the Game Time price.
Get them.
What do we got? A coupon thing there? Don't we have a coupon thing? Hashtag GC?
Yeah, at some point we're going to have a coupon thing, maybe.
At some point.
Yeah.
A code.
It doesn't matter. Game Time has the best prices anyway, so I don't need a coupon code.
Wow. Nailed that. You know what you should do, Pizzi? You should come over in June, start of the World Cup, swing on by our nation's capital, because you were the one poo-pooing the fact that the White House event is going to be like,
Hasn't happened yet, mate.
Yeah. Well, here's more indication that it's the number one item on the agenda, because per Politico, which is, as reliable as it gets, we do have it here. Yes, France will delay this year's Group of Seven summit, which is actually more prestigious than the Magnificent Seven Queensberry card, to avoid a conflict with a mixed martial arts event planned at the White House on Donald Trump's birthday. By the way, the phrasing of that is a little crazy. No mention of the UFC, no mention of Dana White, no mention of like Conor McGregor, Alex Pereira or John Jones. The mixed martial arts event planned at the White House on Donald Trump's birthday. Like, come on. Felt a little bit, dare I say, disingenuous. But anyway.
Disingenuous.
More evidence that this is item number one on the agenda.
It can keep on being item number one. You know what I mean? You asked me for a bold prediction, I gave you one. All right.
You fly in for the White House in D.C., Pizzi, and then me and you get on the Amtrak and take the train down to Atlanta for Ireland versus South Africa.
That would be something.
Amazing. How drunk am I allowed to be at the event?
At the event, as drunk as you want. Maybe you stay with Ma and Pa before the event, and then you get a hotel for post Irish win.
They're not going to want to. They're not going to see what happens.
Yeah. Who would it be against? Who would it be against?
South Africa, I believe.
Easy work. Who do they have?
Yeah, we'll call in DDP as well.
South Africa's not a. They're not.
I'll try and fight them.
They're a rugby team.
Yeah, they're not a powerhouse. You guys could beat them. You play tougher teams in the qualifying.
Smoked them all.
I will say they've already qualified. You know.
True, but they have to play lesser
had a rough
teams
time,
to
GC.
get there.
That's not. You know what I mean? It's been a.
When is there a final qualification game?
Yeah, it's in March. The playoff.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Are you going?
No. Elaine's mom only watches Ireland playing football, so we've planned the whole kind of weekend around this match, so we can go and see it in some countryside pub. So.
Love it. Wow, this is amazing. Who are they playing, by the way, in the playoff?
Oh my God!
Wow.
I do know this.
Do you know ball or do you know ball?
Habib
just brain farting. I'm trying to. Yeah, Habib would know. I actually ring Habib there.
Yeah.
I'll probably tell you.
Hey, Habibi.
Fucking hell.
No.
You know, earlier today, I saw a neighbor of mine. How much time do we have here? Because this is going to take a while.
Probably. I mean, you tell me. Is our next guest lined up?
Is it the Czech Republic?
It's the Czech Republic.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Go ahead, PT.
Right, so what happened earlier? I'm walking the dog. I come up to this area of where I live called the Bollards. It's famously a drug dealing section because you can't drive through it. So if someone comes, they can run either way, get away. I'm there with the dog. I see a neighbor pulling up and he's pushing his car, but he's not moving it at all. So something's gone terribly wrong. There's traffic building up behind him and I can see him feebly trying to push this car. So I look over, have Reggie with me. I say, mate, do you need a hand? And he's like, yeah, please. So I tie the dog up to a gate and I'm like, right, where are you going? He's like, I'm going down to this estate here. I start pushing. He's doing nothing, man. I am just breaking myself pushing this car. Get to where he lives, right? And there's parking spaces everywhere. So we can pull this into anywhere. And he goes, now you tell me if this is taking the piss. He goes to me, oh, can we push it all the way over the other side of the car park because there's cameras there and I don't want it to get robbed.
Wow.
So I was like, what? I was like, get someone else to do that. And he's like, oh, I was just by myself, man. So I was like, all right, guess I have to fucking do this. So then I'm pushing the car and I get all the way there. And then it occurs to me, I've left the dog just on the side of the road for 5 minutes.
Wow.
So I start running and I think he thinks I've robbed something out of his car at this stage. So he starts running after me then.
Wow.
And I was like, what's going on? And I was like, what, are you all right? And he's like, yeah, where are you going? I was like, I'm giving me fucking dog. And he's like, oh yeah, I own a dog too. And I was like, all right. And I ran back to get it. But I come away from this feeling like a bad guy now.
No.
Like, I mean,
how did we get to this story? I zoned out there for.
Tell me mine.
Who's to check?
Man, honestly.
He just went through
Happened
a
an hour before the show, honestly.
incident before the show.
Oh, that was this
That's
morning.
playing on me mind.
Yes, it was literally what you thought. It was just a random story you wanted to tell us.
Dude, I zoned out and then I was like, what the fuck is PT talking about right now?
Am I wrong, though? Like, was that
you're not wrong.
move?
You were in the right in this.
You know what they say, PT? You know what they say? No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
That's what they say, and that's what happened.
Dog's all right, though.
I was waiting for you to go. You all right, man? Like the guy who listens to.
Okay? Yeah, I was on the subway this week, and
what are you gonna do? Chase me? You can't push your fucking. Like, what are you gonna do? Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if you thought I robbed something, you can't push your own car. I'm out there pushing your car 2 blocks. What are you gonna do?
Pete, I was on the subway this week, and there was a guy playing his Nintendo Switch Mario Kart on it, full blast.
That's crazy.
I was this close. I was this close to hitting him with just like a nice nudge and being like, "Yeah,
you should have recorded yourself.
I was this close to doing it."
Legendary stuff. All right, gents. Great stuff, PT. Try not to beat anyone up over there.
I won't.
Thank you for stopping by. Let's get into the interviews still to come. Mauricio Ruffy going to join us, talk about his return, UFC 325, Ade Oladipo, boxing news and notes. Prior to that, Charles Johnson, who's on the UFC 324 card. We were very excited to see the great Dakota Ditcheva back in action on February 7th, PFL's first show of the year. Unfortunately, she will no longer be competing. Wanted to get an update on her and everything that is on the table as far as 2026 is concerned. She is kind enough to join us right here and now. Let us say hello to the one and only Dakota Ditcheva. There she is. Hello, Dakota. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Are you?
I appreciate you coming on because I know there's a big fixture coming up in an hour or so, or maybe 2 hours, right? Man City. You're still a Man City fan, yes?
Yeah, you're still a Nottingham Forest fan.
Right here. Get a shot. Yeah, there it is. We don't waffle here, okay? We don't waffle. It's been a bit of a tough season, not going to lie, but we're...
What happened?
I'm not quite sure what happened. Actually, I do know. We sacked our gaffer, then we sacked our second gaffer, so it's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of change. Meanwhile, the rich get richer. You guys got Semenyo. Are you excited about that?
I am actually, yeah. He scored the other day as well. I know it was kind of a little bit of a, warm-up game for him, but yeah, it was a good match to watch.
That's bullying. You know what that is? That's bullying.
I mean, we didn't even have our best team out either, did we?
Yeah. But I just feel like
young ones coming up.
Once we get to 5-1, chill out. No? Do you need to keep scoring?
Well, that's City for you. We don't take the foot off the gas. We play right till the end.
That is City. Bullies, dirty. That's exactly who they are. By the way, I saw an interview. You were being interviewed by a City legend, Mr. Hart, right?
I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it?
I know.
John Hart?
Joe Hart.
Joe Hart.
Yeah, legendary keeper for City he is, yeah.
What was that like for you?
A real full circle moment, for me and the family. It was, do you know what? It's always a nice reminder to work with other athletes and realize that, as big as he is, as much as a legend he is, he was just a real nice person. It was a really nice project. We did a little podcast and it was about athletes and the way they think, their mind and things like that. He's done a few other athletes in completely different sports as well. It was just so nice to chat with like-minded people, and I feel like sometimes I'm always around fighters and listening to the way fighters think, but it's so relatable speaking to other people in different sports, and I actually really enjoyed it. I don't normally like doing too many interviews, but
no, I know it's not easy. Trust me, I know. This clip right here was beautiful, talking about giving back to your family and the support that they've given you, the sacrifices, paying off your parents' mortgage. Really beautiful stuff. So I urge everyone to go and check it out. I thought you were going to say you're often surrounded by schlubby media guys, and so it's nice to talk to actual athletes that know what it's like to perform on the biggest stage. That's what I thought you were.
Never.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that.
I saw a picture, by the way, of you looking up. I think it was from that same podcast at a picture in the gym. Is that you?
That is me.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, I look really young, but I think I was 14 in that picture.
You were 14 there? I thought you were 7.
No, well, that's the funny thing. When I was in high school, I was the smallest in my year until I left high school. And then I just suddenly shot up. And my older brother was the same. And now I'm the tallest in my weight division. So it's really strange how I'm 5'8.5" now, but was the smallest in school.
Wow. And so at that point, 14, how accomplished are you in kickboxing?
So that was that photo is from the first amateur world championships that I took part in. That was over in Turkey, and I won it 4 years in a row after that.
Wow. Did you win that year too?
Yeah, so I won. No, that was my first year that I won it, and then I won it 3 more times after that.
Golly. Wow. That is amazing. All right. So like I said, we were very excited to see you back in action. I have a couple of questions about the fight, but first, just want to know what happened and how you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I was very, very heartbroken at the time. I was crying for 2 days straight. I was actually over in Thailand, so I was doing a little bit of training over there. Just wanted to switch it up a bit. I'm always someone that wants to kind of go out my comfort zone. I feel like at top team, I kind of got a little bit comfortable. I wanted to, before I get into a strict camp, just switch it up a little bit, change with some different bodies. And yeah, I ended up breaking my hand a little bit while I was over there, which wasn't very good. I was very heartbroken, but everything for a reason. And it's been a tough year, I would say, because of the last hand break, but it is what it is. We keep moving.
Was that the same hand?
No, it's a different hand.
Oh gosh. This was your right hand?
Yeah, but no surgery on this one.
Okay. So what are they saying as far as timeline?
I mean, I'm in the last few weeks. I've got a cast on it at the moment.
Okay.
So, I've got probably a week and a half left in that, and then hopefully I can go into maybe a splint that I just wear sometimes. I need to go back and see my doctor because I'm in the UK at the moment, but we'll see how it goes from then. But I'm hoping April, May time, back in the cage, I'm working on it, and I'll be in there. I'll be fighting twice maybe 3 times. We'll see.
Well,
this year.
I've heard you say you were that you sort of described 2025 as a bit of a nightmare because you only fought once. Prior to that, 4 times, 3 times. And so do you feel like you're getting antsy now? You're getting, a bit of itchy knuckles, as they say?
Yeah, and that might have potentially been the reason why I've ended up breaking my hand again. I just want to go. I want to get him back in the cage, and maybe I move too fast at times. I feel like there's loads of things, that I probably could slow down with. But this will teach me a lesson. And it's early on in my career now that teaches me to slow down a little bit and, not rush. I'm someone that wants to fight. I feel like that taste of the tournament that I did where I fought 4 times in 1 year set me up for like a nightmare because I want 4 times every year now. So like me injuring myself, I'm like, right, okay, couple of weeks, I'll be back in. Yeah, I'll do that fight. That'll be fine. I'll be ready. But realistically, I need to just take my time a little bit. And that's obviously what I'm learning, but probably learning the wrong way.
But you don't seem to be too bothered. I saw you skiing without poles and the hand. Look at this right here. This is nuts.
No, I know.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this? This is crazy. I mean, I don't own the PFL, and I'm getting heart palpitations just watching this.
Well, I did caption it, "Don't tell my coach," because I didn't tell my coach I was skied either. So,
oh my
but
dear.
I mean, I've been somebody that skied on that slope. It's where I've grown up. It was in Bulgaria, so I've skied on that slope since I've been able to ski, which was like 4 years old. I don't know. So for me, it's like it was just another day.
God, when you fall, you usually we're kind of built to kind of break our fall with our hands. Did you have any near falls?
Ariel, do you think about losing when you get into a cage?
No, I don't think about losing, but I do fall when I ski, so I know what it's like to try to break.
Okay,
you don't. Okay,
got
you.
I didn't think about falling.
Okay.
I was skiing down.
All right, I just wanted to know if it happened. Did it? You hit a patch of ice or something?
I don't think about that.
Okay, now I'm not asking if you thought about it. I'm asking if it actually happened now in retrospect.
I mean, I fell a few times, so it does happen.
Golly. Usually these are things that we would say that maybe you keep to yourself. You don't post them. You just kind of keep it as your little secret,
I mean, I've got to be real, right?
No. Listen, I respect it, especially no poles as well. Although you don't really use the poles anyway, right?
To be fair, yeah, that's another thing. Like I've always skied with them, and you see professional skiers like skiing with them, but I actually really enjoyed it without. I skied better, so I learned something from it.
Okay, all right. By the way, I was surprised about the matchup. I thought it was a fun matchup, you versus Denise Kielholtz, but I was like, well, when is she going to fight for a belt? Like, what is going on here? I like what the PFL is doing. I like that they've gotten rid of the tournaments and all that, and I want to get your take on that in a moment. But I was really surprised that your fight wasn't a title fight. Any idea why?
I don't know. So I'm putting this out as just like what I think.
Okay.
I heard that Liz Carmouche didn't want to fight till like July time, maybe. I think she wanted, obviously she did another tournament last year. So I think she wanted like later on in the year, and I wanted to get started early. So I think they were, to keep me active, which they promised they would do, they were giving me fights beforehand. And like I said, like the title for me is like, I just want to fight people and keep winning, so for me, like whoever they give me, whether it's for a belt or not, as long as they're keeping me active, I'm young and I want to be in the cage. So the fact that Liz was maybe having a little bit of time out, I don't know, but that would be the fight that would make sense. So I feel like that's why they wouldn't do this one as a title, because Liz won it last year. Okay, so now because of the injury, do you think you'll bypass that sort of, not tune-up fight, I don't want to be disrespectful, but that non-title fight? And is there a chance your next fight will be for the belt? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. I don't know. You don't seem to be bothered. No, I'm not. Like, honestly, I'm just grateful to fight. I just want to get in. And as long as it's like, they're keeping me busy and it makes sense. Like, if someone else is, I feel like I would be the person to get in and fight for the belt first. So if they're going to give Liz somebody else, I don't know whether that makes sense. But like, if Liz isn't fighting yet, then I'll fight somebody else. I want to stay active. I'm not waiting for Liz. Like, I'm not going to pause my career and wait for her for anything. So that's just kind of the way I'm looking at it. I'm just grateful that they're keeping me busy, because obviously last year was a tough year for me. Yes. Do you have an incentive when you fight for the belt? Like, do you get paid more when you fight for the belt, or does it not matter, and that's why none of this like really matters to you? I mean, I feel like for your brand, you want the belt, right? Sure. Like, you want to be champion, and if somebody else is going to be champion before me, like, someone else is going to fight for that PFL belt before me, then I'm going to have a little bit of an issue with it. But if it's not being fought for and everyone's kind of just fighting and they've signed a lot of new girls, if they're kind of, making a bit of a ranking out of it, then I'm happy to do that. I'm not setting my career on a belt or anything. I just want to keep fighting and getting good performances and improving. So
you mentioned the tournaments earlier. As you know, they've done away with the tournaments, right? On the sort of regional scene, the European and all that, and also on the global scene. It's a completely different company now, right? It's just being run kind of like a major MMA organization, which I'm a fan of. I'm curious, you benefited from the tournaments. How do you feel about this radical change?
Yeah, a little bit of mixed emotions. I feel like it's really good what they're doing. Like, they've just announced the Pittsburgh card now. I feel like they're going to new places now, like opening different kind of areas up for people, which I think is good. In order to build PFL, I feel like we need to do something a bit different, go other places, and that seems to be what they're doing. But the tournament, like I said, the only reason I would want to do the tournament is for the fact that I was active so much. But if they're going to keep me active anyway, I'm happy.
By the way, yeah, that Pittsburgh card is good. There's a good main event. Co-main event is pretty good. You excited about, which one are you excited about more, the main event or the co-main event? Which one are you more?
The co-main.
Okay. Any particular reason or?
No, just going to be a good fight.
Just a big men's middleweight division. You like that division?
Not just the division. I mean.
I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. By the way, that was
not
big.
the whole division. I'm not interested in the whole division. But
just maybe one fighter in particular. That was a big deal. Like the hard launch. You know what the hard launch is? Kids call.
Ariel, we're not on Love Island. Next question.
I mean, you guys showed up on the broadcast. It was just like it wasn't.
Next question.
Okay, I'm just saying it was big news. I thought it was. A lot of people were excited about it.
Of course, excited. Some people upset.
No, who would be upset?
Ariel, I'm a fighter. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, I mean, it was on a PFL broadcast, right? I think that's
not my choice.
Okay, you didn't see the camera in front of you.
I'm on all the PFL broadcasts. They put me everywhere.
They do put you everywhere.
Just another day in the office for me.
All right. Usually we don't see you walk in like that, especially when you're not fighting. But nevertheless, are you the face of the PFL? Is that what you're saying?
Hell yeah.
You are? Okay.
Women.
Oh.
Not the only face, but I'm a big face of it, and I like to, push the brand and be up there. So they're a great organization to be with. So for me, I'll take as much screen time as I can get.
Okay, all right. How do you feel about the new boss, John Martin? Have you had a chance to get to know him, talk to him?
I've met him. Really nice guy. Got a lot of really good plans. And he was just really nice to talk to. Listen to kind of your ideas and what you think. And so far, I think a lot of people are really happy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what changes he makes.
Okay. There's a big fight coming up, not in the PFL, but I'm wondering if you have any insight into it because it's a bit of an ATT turf war, Kayla versus Amanda. Were you there when they were training together?
I wasn't. I came just after Amanda left. So.
Oh, my. So whose team are you on here? I would imagine...
American Top Team.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you have a relationship with Amanda. You knew her back in the day or looked up to her.
I mean, yeah, of course, 100%. And I'll always stick by that, that Amanda is an amazing athlete. But I mean, we stick with our teammates and I look at Kayla, what she's done in that space of time. Both really inspirational women. We can take a lot from both of them. But what a fight. I'm so glad to be able to watch it, and actually be interested in the sport at a time when this fight comes around, because I feel like I would have been really sad to have missed it.
How do you feel? How do you feel it plays out? What do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen Amanda train, but I mean, Kayla is I've seen Kayla train. That's all I can go off and how strong she is. And at that weight, 135, she is solid, So for me, I don't want to say, but I mean, I'm team ATT for sure.
Of course. So I feel like that's the most anticipated women's fight in the sport right now because of the history there, Amanda coming back. And quite frankly, I feel like the second most is you versus Valentina. Can you imagine? You versus Valentina would be such an incredible fight. Were you surprised that she dominated Zhang Weili the way in which she did?
Do you know what? I am going to say a little bit, because I did really rate Weili as well. So I was a little bit. But again, this is why we've got weight classes, right? Because I think the size difference was just too big. And Valentina is just, for me, she's the GOAT. Like, she can put her in front of anyone, and her distance control, the way she fights, her strategy when she's in there, it just is above anybody else's. Like, she adapts so quick to someone's style. So I feel like I should never really have kind of swayed a little bit.
She's getting a bit of flack these days. Some people thinking she's not exciting, entertaining, maybe playing it safe or just kind of dominating her opponents. How do you feel about that?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. But I mean, she wants to go out on top. Like, has anyone really done what she's done? She's completed all the rubies on her belt plus more. Like, she's at the top. The age of her and the way she's kind of fighting at the moment is just incredible anyway. But I suppose people want that, like, killer in them, don't they? They don't want people to lose it, but when there's money on the line, people change. I mean, for me, I hope one day I don't do that. I feel like the switch in me that I have probably would never kind of just play it safe. I would just always be that person that kind of goes forward. But then again, when you're someone like Valentina and you've got that much of a legacy, she doesn't want to go out without being on top, right? So
when you watch her, do you kind of daydream, think about how you would fight her, what that would look like? Do you look at it from that perspective?
Sometimes I do, yeah. I would love to have had that matchup. I really would. But like, you look at all the other fights, and people would be like, "Oh, Valentina's past it. She's been, in it for years, and this, that, and the other." And then if I would to have lose, people would say, "Oh, she wasn't ready. She was too much hype." Like, I feel like people want the fight, but there would be so many excuses on both sides to like who would end up winning. It's like, whatever.
By the way, why do you say it in the past tense? Why do you say, I would have liked it? Do you think that there's just no chance it ever happens? I
mean, how many years has she got left? And like, I'm happy with PFL at the moment. I don't really see PFL and UFC merging. So, that would be a cool idea to do, but I don't really see that happening, if I'm being honest. So I don't know. I hope one day, but we'll see. There might be another girl that's kind of ruling the roost over there at one point that a matchup might end up happening with. So we'll see.
It would be something else. I would probably put up there a bit off the grid. There I am watching PFL Lyon. Chris Cyborg wins. She gets on the microphone and she calls you out. And that would be.
Who doesn't call me out these days? When is my name not being spoken? Come on.
Oh, who else is calling you out?
Oh, you get all the girls in my division like after me all the time, or they're either after me or they're complaining because I'm getting all the attention. So it feel like, do you know what? Cyborg moment was crazy for me. I was actually really happy about it because 2022, January, before I signed with PFL in 2022 and I debuted in August. But January before that, I went to Canada to fight on a show and I got a picture with Cyborg because she was like the celebrity fighter that was there to watch all those girls fight. And I was like so happy to be able to get a photo with her, like, oh my God, Chris Cyborg, another amazing female in the sport. And then fast forward a couple of years, she's calling me out. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, I've only been in the sport like 20, 23, 24, 25, 3 years and she's calling me out.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, so actually I was honored to be called out by her, but I just didn't feel like it made that much sense right now.
Well, she's 45. She's never made 35. She's had trouble making 40. You're 25. What I thought was interesting was, look, I appreciate you're the big fish, so call out the big fish. It's a testament to you. She does it on December 12th. Then December 15th, she tweets, I'll say this, 24 hours later, Dakota Ditcheva still hasn't responded while Leah McCord has let it be known she wants it. I'm like, well, it's not really on you to respond to that, in my opinion. Like, why would you go up and fight someone who's 20 pounds bigger than you? Did you even consider it? Did you even think, hey, that would be fun? Did the thought ever cross your mind?
If Cyborg could make 135 and they give me a bit of time, she had a bit more time, she's saying it's a last fight. Like, I haven't got time to put that much weight on. I'm not a big 125er. I don't have a tough weight cut at all. So for me, I'd have to like strength up big, but I would have done it if she was even close to 135 and, you pay me some big money and I'll get in. But it just didn't make any sense at all. And Leah McCourt's been asking for it for so long. Like, why are you shouting me out? Leah wants that fight. Like, give it to her.
I think it's because you are who you are. She did also say, I don't want to bully a girl who doesn't want to give the fans a super fight. If Dakota isn't confident in the challenge with a cricket emoji, then it should 100% be McCourt. But you're saying if she could make 135, you would consider it?
Respectfully, she's not giving the fight. I am.
Oh.
Like, I 100% would be the one that sells that fight more. Like, it would be a super fight, but she's calling me out. Like, she's picking me. She needs me. She's not picking anyone else out. Leah's been asking for it for ages. She's not picking Leah out. Like, it's a super fight for sure, but you kind of need me to make it big, and it obviously makes sense on her part. Like, I'm not calling out no 105 atom weight person. Like, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's why I didn't entertain it. I don't like feeding into people just using my name all the time.
Yes, we call those people sometimes, not saying she is, but that's kind of clout chasing. By the way, can I just say, I sort of like this version of Dakota. Dakota kind of recognized her value and worth now. I feel like we're not playing this sort of humble game anymore. You know that you're the big fish, and you're letting it be known.
Yeah, I feel like at times I have to, because I feel like I'm nice sometimes. And then I just like to remind people, like, I've been out for so long, people kind of take the mick a little bit. So, yeah, I am, like, going to stand my ground a little bit with some people.
This is good. So how would the perfect 26 go for you? How many fights? Who are the fights that you're lined up with?
I mean, who are the fights? PFL have signed so many people now. Obviously, Liz makes sense because she won the belt, but I would take the Liz fight for sure. But we had PFL signed some girls from UFC, which I saw. So that would be very motivating for me to get in and fight them. I would love to maybe face off between one of them. We've got a good few unbeaten girls that they've just signed. So as long as I'm in twice, 3 times if possible, I'm happy with whoever they put in front of me. And if that's a belt, it's a belt. If not, it's not.
Wow. I'm surprised that you have that sort of stance regarding the belt.
Yeah.
You're sort of the unofficial champion. You're the uncrowned champion, dare I say.
I know. I mean, like everyone, I beat, she shouted me out again, Talia Santos, saying she wants revenge. Anyway.
It's a compliment.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I beat her and a lot of people were happy. Some were like, oh, she's washed. She's still not proved it. I feel like if I win a belt, like, who's that impressing? Like, everyone's still going to think the same. So as long as I just keep beating these girls, forget the belt, I just need to keep winning and just proving that I am the best 125, and that's all I can keep doing.
One thing I love about the new PFL is that it seems like they're booking their events based on who's on the card. Like Usman fighting in Dubai makes sense. Costello fighting in Madrid makes sense. Dalton Rosta fighting in Pittsburgh makes sense. Like, this makes sense. This is how you book. What about you back home? What about you? Like, that feels like a layup, right?
Well, yeah, I do push for like a Manchester card or something, but obviously I'm part of PFL Global and PFL Europe is kind of separate.
But I feel like not anymore. I feel like it's all like the Lyon card was a global card, wasn't it? Like Cyborg was on it, Nemkov was on it. They had 2 title fights on that card.
Like the Super Fight series or something, was it?
Yeah, I feel like they're all trying to make it into one now. It's all becoming no delineation between global, Super Fight. It's all just one promotion.
Well, maybe, yeah. And I hope that I would like to fight in Europe again. I know they've got Chicago.
No, they've said that. Chicago, Boston,
they're going to Chicago. And then they're going, I don't know whether I'm allowed to.
Boston?
Where else in Europe are they going? Do you know?
Oh, no, you could break it for us. No big deal.
No, I won't break it. But they're going back somewhere that I fought before in Europe.
Okay.
So I feel like I would like to do that as well. You know, I want to go back near home and have a few home fans again. So
in England, though?
I don't know. England would be great. That wasn't what I was thinking of, but that would be great if they did a card. I just don't know whether they would put me on that.
What's the biggest arena in Bulgaria?
Oh, it's the one in Sofia. Every time I've just been to Bulgaria. Every time I drive past it, I'm like, I'm going to fight there.
How big is it? Is it like a proper arena, 10,000 or something?
Yeah, no, I don't know how many seats, but it's a proper arena. It would be really, really good for sure. I've got my whole walkout planned and everything for that show when it eventually happens.
What would that be? Can't say.
You'll have to see. Okay. Traditional Bulgarian, that's all.
Oh, love that. And didn't you just film a movie there?
I did. So that's what I've been kept busy. When I first broke my first hand, I was filming a film in Bulgaria. It's called Jan Bibian. It's like a kid's novel in Bulgaria that's been around for years and years and years. I think like 1930s it first came out. And yeah, I got asked to be in a part. They actually approached me about it, which was crazy. I mean, I'm not fluent in Bulgarian and I had to film it in Bulgarian. So all my lines are in Bulgarian. So it was real out of my comfort zone. And with it not being a fighting role as well, was really like an amazing like achievement and just opportunity for me, because I feel like when I kind of manifested in my head that I would be in a film one day, I thought it would be something to do with fighting. So to have an opportunity to do a role outside of that and build a portfolio starting with something that is nothing to do with a sport was crazy.
When does this come out?
I think it's going to be January 2027. My part is filmed already. I've done it. So yeah, it's just kind of waiting now for it to come out.
And you say
you're
not
in cinema as well.
Oh wow. Okay. So you say you're not fluent. Did you understand what you were saying though?
Yeah, I mean, when I learnt my lines, I understood it. Because the way I learn Bulgarian is like kind of translating it kind of half English and then understanding what I'm saying, and that's how I kind of repeat it. Sounds a bit confusing, but I had to kind of learn both English and Bulgarian in order to know what I was actually doing. So
wow, okay. And what's it called, you said?
It's called Yan Bibian.
And what does that mean?
It's like it's a young boy. So it's a young boy. He's like a little bit mischievous, and it's got like it's a little bit I would describe it as like Game of Thrones type theme.
Okay.
You know, like old like that, and he's like got different realms. So people are living in different realms, and he's like a naughty little boy type thing. But there's different characters. I don't want to say too much.
Okay. No, yeah, we don't want to get you in trouble. Did you also invest in like a football club or something?
Yes, so that's another thing that's kept me busy. You know what I'm like with football.
Yes.
And we're doing some work with City as well, so you're going to see lots more City.
Wow. Okay.
But Arena 2 it's called, and it's basically like a six-a-side. Khabib's actually got a team, so we're going to play against each other. Me and MVP are one team. We have to build a bunch of, I think 10 players we've got to get, and then it's six-a-side. And we can play if we want to play. So Khabib's also another team leader, which means we'll end up playing against him. We've got Patrice Evra.
Wow.
Art G Sung is another one. So we've got quite famous leaders of the team, and then we're kind of going to play football against each other, and the prize money is $8 million.
Wow. Well, and where's that? Where's that going to be? Where's that league?
And it's going to be all over the world. So the final's going to be in Dubai. That's where they're going to do the last one. But we're going to New York.
Okay.
So New York, one of them. Where else? We'll be going Mexico, Manchester, Hong Kong, Korea, Tokyo. I think they're all of them.
Any need for like a really, strong, skillful center back, one who can really control the action back there, be sort of an anchor of sorts? I know a guy.
I mean, you can trial if they want to trial.
Okay.
They have to pass the test.
I could put in a word.
And they have to wear a City kit as well.
Bit of a problem. I don't look good in that light blue. By the way, speaking of Khabib,
it was you.
Yeah, it was me. I don't know if you caught on. I haven't seen you with this man. I saw Khabib hobnobbing with this guy. I haven't seen you. Where's your picture?
I know.
With that guy?
It's coming.
Okay. Have you ever met him?
No, I haven't.
Wow, some fan. Khabib is waltzing in there. He's not even a City fan. He's getting the picture.
Yeah, I know, but it's Khabib, isn't it? So he gets to do what he wants. He gets all the opportunity before us, but I'll catch him up one day.
You think you guys catch Arsenal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what Arsenal are like at the end. My manager's going to hate watching this.
Bottlers, right? The absolute biggest bottlers of all time. Yeah, it happens. Well, my son is very excited. He was very excited about Semenyo. He's a diehard City fan since 2000 and I think 22 or 23. So he's like he's suffered through all the tough times.
Oh.
The cannabis. Yeah, that's what he is.
We all have. So I'm glad he's still going. That's a true City fan.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm glad that you're in good spirits. It's great to see you, with the smile on your face, and that you're not letting the injury bring you down. And hopefully we'll see you back in there. It'd be a nice story. You on that Pittsburgh card.
I mean, I'll be there, but I'm not on it.
Oh, why not?
I'll be there.
Why will you be? That's kind of a random card for you to go to.
Same show. I don't want to fight on the same show.
Same show as who? Impa Kasangane?
Yeah,
Okay.
like let him have his moment.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good shout. Thank you as always. Congrats on all the exciting things going on in your life. Get well soon. Looking forward to seeing you back in there, Dakota. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Same here. There she is, the one and only Dakota Ditcheva. She'll be back in action, one of the biggest names, one of the biggest stars in the PFL and in women's MMA, and that fight against Valentina would be incredible. She is right. Probably not going to happen anytime soon, but the Cyborg fight could happen. Could happen. She kept the door somewhat open, I'm being honest. Still to come, Mauricio Ruffy, he returns to action, UFC 325. But the first UFC show of the year is, of course, UFC 324. We're rapidly approaching, 11 days away. Paramount Plus, the new era. One of the big fights on the card is in the flyweight division. Alex Perez, former title contender against a man who is itching to fight for the belt in 2026. He is the one and only Charles Johnson, kind enough to join us right here and now once again. There he is. Hello, Charles. How are you?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
What's going on with the hair? Are we letting it grow? What's happening here?
Yeah, man. Hey, you see what's happening?
I see is it the full thing, or are we still going with the skullet?
Oh, come on now.
Oh, it's even longer now in the back. Holy smokes. Who does that for you? Do you do it yourself?
Yeah, I cut my own hair, man. I've been cutting my hair since high school, so yeah.
That is wild. So you just go, and then how do you know where to stop? You just kind of feel it out?
I mean, it's longer in that area now, so it's much easier.
By the way, I don't have good eyesight, but you're not on here wearing a Philadelphia Eagles hat, are you?
Oh, of course I am. Come on,
the team that got smoked by the injury-plagued 49ers 48 hours ago. That's what you're rocking.
Sorry. Once we get a new offensive coordinator, we be right back, man.
You want him out? You want that guy out? I saw a lot of people mad at him.
Man, the dude's been terrible all season, but they're gonna figure it out. We got the best front office in the league, so they'll figure it out.
It's not Jalen Hurts. It's not his fault.
No. I mean, when you run the same play over and over in the last, they talked about it enough on ESPN. You'll see for yourself. And it's going to be some changes. I think they'll be all right. They got the talent. So great young defense, great offensive line coach. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. So it's just a hiccup, man. It's tough to repeat. We don't see it often.
At the very least, I thought you'd be rocking a Bills hat for your friend and mine, Gabe Davis. I thought you had at least, jump on the Bills.
Yeah.
Come on, my guy.
I got one, but I only rock that when I'm supporting him at the game.
I'm so bummed. He was looking so good. I don't know if you heard the news. He tore his ACL. It's awful.
I was there. I was actually at the game on Sunday.
You were there?
And yep, I was at the game on Sunday, and fuck that guy who hit him, man. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yes. Oh, I can't believe you were there. And were you supporting the Bills?
Yeah, I support Gabe, man. So I was there supporting him, and with our whole crew from the draft academy. Those are the guys that helped me with my recovery and everything here in Florida where I train. So we all went out, man, to support him, and very unfortunate in third quarter what happened, but he'll be back sooner than later. He's a very strong, capable dude, man. One of the best dudes you'll meet. So it sucks to see it happen to him, but he'll be back.
Yes, he was balling out. I'm sure you were watching that thinking, man, I wish we had a quarterback like Josh Allen, right? Like I wish we had a guy like him. But
man, Josh Allen's trash, man.
What? What? Josh Allen is trash is a crazy take, man. Holy crap! Wow. I'm just gonna speed right by that one. By the way, what's that? That looks like a World Series trophy on your arm there. That's not the World Series trophy, is it? With the flags on the other arm?
No. This is a traditional.
No, the other one. Yeah, what is that?
This is a traditional Thai tattoo.
Okay.
So it's like leaders of the army back in the day. They used to have these on their headbands or whatever they wore. So that's how you knew who the leader was.
Wow.
And it's basically prayers, different prayers.
Okay. Are all your tattoos Thai based?
This one is, many of them. I have like 4 or 5 now from my time in Thailand. But yeah.
do you have any Thai in your family, or is it just from your time training there?
My wife's Thai.
Okay, amazing. And how long did you train there for?
21 months. I was there 2019 and 2020 at the same time as Khalil Roundtree, and Valentina poked in from time to time. Alex was on the mats from time to time. That's where I first met Muhammad Makayev.
Okay.
I seen Arman and Islam on the mats wrestling while I was there.
Wow.
That's when I realized how great Islam was. Yeah, man, a lot of great athletes came through during that time. Fitzy on in our strength and conditioning, Rafa. So just a lot of good guys.
By the way, speaking of the family, congratulations. You've added another member to the family. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, man, he's so strong. He's all legs and ass right now. So he's gonna be a fighter for sure, man. He's so strong. He's just got rolls on rolls. He's just a little chunky dude. So man, it's been a blessing. Every day, you know, when I had my daughter, she's 2.5 now. So when I had my daughter 2.5 years ago, like I realized like just waking up, going to train every day, seeing her, it was just like that extra oomph that I already had the incentive to go out there and do, but they just give you that extra little bit of energy when you come home and you see them. It's like, you don't really think about how tired you are sometimes.
Right. And shout out to you guys. Incredible Halloween costume. I saw the whole family. I mean, this is amazing stuff.
Yeah. I love Austin Powers Gold members. I was like, baby, this is what we're going to do. She was a little against it at first, but then once she saw the fro and stuff, she was like, all right, I'm doing it. Let's do it. So we had some fun. You
guys rock that. Well done. Well done. So you're back in 11 days.
So recently, I wanted to show you this real quick.
Tell me.
Recently, we moved to our new place, and we're going to be getting chickens. We got a chicken coop, man.
Oh.
We got a little shed. We got a garden back here. We got banana trees, mango trees, little pond. I'm going to get some koi in here.
Wow.
But, yeah, man, we just moved into this place a couple weeks ago, and I'm really excited about that.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna learn how to, be a little farmer a little bit, plant some stuff and get some chickens out here. So I'm excited about that.
How many chickens you got?
Right now we don't have any. We just moved in. We're gonna probably start off with 5 or 6, and then as I learn, we're gonna get some more. I've been watching videos nonstop. Might have to hit up Bryce.
Oh yes, that's right. What's great about this is I remember after your last fight in August, some of the aftermath talk about the money and whatnot. It seems like things are going really well now. You're in a very comfortable place.
Getting there. It's just with me being the breadwinner and me being the sole income right now. It's just I want my wife just to focus on the kids and me focus on competing and fighting. So it makes me gives me a little bit of extra incentive to go out there and handle business. But we're getting there, and it's a great time for us for sure.
Okay. And this is a big fight, and I like it for multiple reasons. It felt like you were, when you were fighting in the States, you were always at the Apex. Now here you are at T-Mobile on a numbered event card, right? That has to feel a little bit bigger. I know all the fights are big and they're all important, but does the stakes feel a little bit different for this one?
For sure. How many times I rode past that motherfucking arena and I fought 8 times at the Apex. I was reminded, sadly, in one of my interviews I did with Spencer Kite recently. Great interview, by the way. It's out on UFC.com. And he was like, actually, you fought there 8 times. Like, damn. So, every time they have us at the New York, or somewhere by the T-Mobile, I'm just looking at the big ass arena. I'm like, I can't wait to fight there instead of there.
Yeah.
Although every opportunity is great, this one feels better, feels different, and super excited. Paramount Plus, it is a different type of energy walking into an arena as opposed to Apex. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, not only that, your first numbered event as well, first show of the Paramount Plus era, so there's a lot there against the guy who fought for the belt. When you're the last guy to beat Joshua Van, this, everyone knows this, it's been much talked about. When he won, and I know it was unceremonious and kind of weird, but just the fact that he's now the guy with that belt, did that raise your confidence? Did that do anything to you internally?
No, I already know in this weight class, on any given night, someone can win. Pantoja's been very dominant. He has been very dominant as a champion. He's been very respectful as a champion, and he's held that crown like you should as a champion. But we all know how fighting is. Anything can happen on any given night. So me seeing him walk into that opportunity, knowing that he can come out as champion, I didn't think anything of it. I was just great for him, man, for putting himself in that position and doing what he did to get to that position, right? I think that's more of, I commend him more for his journey, winning those fights, taking those short notice fights and showing up and winning. I think that was what really made that moment special, you know? And yeah, man, I didn't really think much of it. You know, it doesn't, for most people, yeah, man. But, you know, I got bigger fish to fry, man. I got Alex Perez. He's fought as a world champion against world champions, against the best in the division. I think he's a much tougher fight for me than Joshua Van was and or is. So I'm just focused on Alex Perez.
Wow. So you rate Perez higher than Van?
Yeah. I think that Van has still got some holes and things, and the things that he's good at, I'm better. So I don't hold him in high regard. I look at other guys and I'm excited to fight these other guys. Josh has a title, but that means nothing to me.
Okay. But isn't the goal to become champion? So that belt.
That's the only part that matters.
Sure.
Yes. So it's not about Josh, it's about the belt. So if he has it when I get there, right now, it's Alex Perez.
Sure.
Right. Why are we talking about? There's no reason for me to talk about him because I already handled that, right? I knocked him out. What can I say? What can I do? You know, I handle my business when it comes to Joshua Van. So if that opportunity comes back around, I'll do the same thing. But right now, it's Alex Perez. That's the biggest thing in front of me.
Could I ask, who did you think was going to win that fight between Joshua Van, who you know, and Alex Pantoja?
I actually was telling people I think it's 55-45, you know, depending on who's feeling better that night and who can force their game plan, because I felt that Joshua Van had the skill set and to kind of, he's not going to try to wrestle back in. He's not going to try to grapple with him. He's going to anti-grapple. If he can keep it in the center and Pantoja doesn't take people down in the center well, he takes them down on the fence. So if he keep the fight in the center, keep the boxing heavy forward pressure, he has really good hips similar to Aldo. I think that he can keep the fight in the center and he can win that fight. As the fight goes on, he can touch him up, win 3 rounds to 2, maybe start off losing the first 2 rounds, you know, eke out the third or win a decision, or Pantoja can go submit him. Anything could happen. It's all depending on how the fight went. And unfortunately, you know, we didn't see it play out, but we'll see what happens in the next few months, you know. Pantoja will be back ready in a few months. If nobody wants to fight him, I'll fight him. You know, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Last thing on him, I promise. Just curious, he got some flack for celebrating the win, even though it wasn't like your typical win. What did you think of that? Was that fair? Was that warranted, or was it unfair?
I didn't really think of it. I just thought that, I mean, what you gonna do is celebrate. Like, all that work he did to get there, he's excited. He's a young dude. He don't know what happened. He just see the fight's over, you know? So I ain't gonna have a pennies in a bunch about a man celebrating something that he worked for.
Right.
Right. And he accomplished. Right. And we were actually able to see a little bit of his backstory from the countdown about him and his mom. So I'm like, man, more power to him. He's able to take care of his mom and his story about his father and everything. So I just thought that was really cool. And it was a great moment for him, man. Good for him.
Speaking of that UFC.com piece that you referred to by Spencer Kite, you mentioned in that piece, you're not the prospect killer, you're the everybody killer. You don't want to be known as the guy who knocks out prospects. You want to just be known as the best in the world. Is that part of the mindset that you're speaking of, 2026? You just want to be the best in the world and not so much labeled as a guy who's like beating prospects or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, prospects is what I've been given, and I've shown what I can do with them. Whatever you put in front of me, I'm very well prepared to do what I need to do. And my goal is to go after the most finishes. Right now, it's a tie between Demetrius Johnson and Pantoja at 7. All I'm focused on is that number 7 right now. Whenever Pantoja comes back, he'll probably make that number higher. He's phenomenal at getting submissions. But my goal is, when I'm finished, I want to be known for records. I want to be known. I want to have an imprint on his weight class. And I got plenty of time left here. I feel great.
Do you feel like you don't? It looks very nice over there, by the way. I'm very, very jealous being here in frigid New York. Do you feel like you don't get talked about enough at 125? When we talk about the players at 125, do you think that your name doesn't get mentioned enough?
In the past, yeah, but that was on me. I lost 3 fights in 2023, and I had to go back and win 4 fights in 9 months and change that narrative. And I'm still constantly working on that. I'm constantly pulling myself out of that hole from 2023. But 2023, I needed to change my life. I needed to eat. I needed to take care of my family. I needed to put myself in a position to be able to actually chase these goals and make some money. So 23 was rough year for me. 2024 was a great year. And 2025 was a year to show me, hey, man, you got to continue to put it together, right? And I'm 6-0 in my last 6 fights. So I'm just excited about going here against Alex Perez, continuing my streak. And I've knocked down every one of my opponents or knocked them out. So I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for this next opportunity.
And by the way, 3 days ago, you celebrated your birthday. So, happy birthday. And I hope it's a tremendous year. You turned 35. Do you feel like this is the time to make that push? Are you feeling not that pressure, that heat, but 35 is 35. So, and I'm saying this is a 43-year-old, so a little bit older than you. Do you feel like this is the time to really make that push and achieve your dreams?
Of course. I'm sitting at number 13. I have all the momentum right now. But if you're speaking about health or age, I think I have at least 4 or 5 years minimum left. I feel great. My body feels great. I've never had a huge injury. I'm still outworking every young guy in the gym with me, killing them after 2 rounds. Like, they're tired of shit, and I'm still going for 12 rounds. I don't get tired. So if we're talking about, where I am as far as a career and business, yeah, now's the time. Health-wise, I still got 2-3 years to chase this goal. But I want it now. I want it yesterday. I want it last year, So I'm just getting at it. And I'm the best version of myself right now that I've ever been. So I'm very excited about that. And the more time they give me, the worse it's going to be for when I get in there with those guys. So I'm just excited, man. It's a great time.
By the way, did they, and I don't know if you even care about this thing, but the new era Paramount Plus, like, they haven't really broken down which fights are airing where. Are they all on Paramount Plus? Are some of the fights airing somewhere else? Do you know where your fight will air, on which platform? Is it just top to bottom Paramount Plus? Have they told you this?
I'm not sure, but I was looking at the Paramount, I guess, pyramid for how their subscription works. They got a regular Paramount.
Yep.
And they got the Paramount Plus. So I'm assuming I think that everybody's going to have to be signed up to Paramount Plus.
Okay.
To get ESPN and, to get UFC fights.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. But it's look like they shot the prices up as well. Just like $20 or something for the year. So it's like $140 for the year now, I think. Which is still great, considering you were paying $80 for one pay-per-view before, plus a subscription to ESPN. So you'll get about a month and a half worth of ESPN subscription in the past for a whole year. Right?
Of course, no, it's unbelievable.
So that's pretty great. That's pretty great for the fans. So they'll be all right. But I think Paramount Plus is where everything will be aired, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm not in the loop for that, but man, it's so cool. You go on Paramount Plus, you see these great movies, and now you're gonna see UFC fighters on there. So that's hopefully we get some more interactive, fun things that come along with the Paramount Plus deal, walkout things or something. Hopefully we can have more press conferences like in the past when I first started watching, and you had like Dominic Cruz coming from WEC and those guys. Those press conferences used to be epic, it used to be fun. I want to see more of that, man. So
you and I both.
I hope we get more of the personality from the fighters. Recently I've worn every color short in the UFC, right? Except for like pink and orange, which are specific to those 2 fighters. And I've asked, but they said no. But when you have to choose your shorts, you have to choose a country region. But for a time, we couldn't walk out with a flag. So it was all real weird. I don't really understand why we have to choose a country to choose a color of shorts. And then it goes by the country. It's just weird. And, but man, I just hope we get back to some individuality with the fighters. I think a great thing would be if they just allow a fighter to send a design for them to okay or fix, and then that be the fighter's kit, and that way fighters can have their own kit for that contract or however set long. I think it's simple fixes to help fighters have individuality again, and I'm just hoping we get to that a little bit more, so it's bring that fun back to the UFC.
Hell yeah. From your lips to God's ears, man. I agree with everything you just said. That's why, by the way, I think a lot of people talk about your haircut because it makes you stick out. There's little things that you can do. There's not so much these days. Back in the day, GSP walking out in the gi made him stick out to a degree.
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz with the flame shorts, Chuck Liddell with the ice. Yes.
Iceman.
Yes. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. And I wish we had more of that. I hate the uniforms. I actually hate the uniforms. I wish you guys could wear whatever you want.
I don't understand it because our boss is such a big advocate for us having our own voices. He never said if that's what that guy chooses to be, okay, whatever.
Yep, you're right.
I love that. I love that about Dana, but it doesn't really follow that when it comes to why do we have uniforms? Why do we have there still can be sponsors on whatever you put and Venom on whatever you put. If we send in a design and you guys okay it and you make it Venom. Make Venom fix the design for the short and that go for our contract or 2 contracts or however long you guys say it needs to be, depending on the fighter. Obviously, it wouldn't be first contract fighters because they don't last very long, but maybe fighters past 3 contracts in the UFC should be able to have some shorts.
I'll tell you what.
I don't have a Topps card. I'm not in the UFC game.
Damn.
It's all type of shit, bro.
The disrespect.
And I'm 13 fights in now, so gonna be, right? So I'm not really, it'll be nice once it happens because I've been playing EA 95 since 1995, Madden 95 on the Sega Genesis, So for me, that'd be dope, right? That'd be dope to see myself on an EA Sports game, in a game, and I know it's coming. So honestly, everything has been just focused on the fight, Alex Perez, and making moments that when I'm done with this thing, man, I can be super proud of. And I believe I've done a really good job at that. So I'm very excited about January 24th.
Yes, and you're well on your way. There's a lot more to do. By the way, speaking of sticking out, the chat here is asking me to ask you a question. We were talking about tattoos earlier. They want to know about the Olympic tattoo on your back. Can you tell us the story? You have the Olympic rings on your back?
Yep.
What is the story behind that?
I was 18. I was a 2-time national AAU champion in track and field. And I thought I was going to be going to the Olympics for track and field and, ambitious. I've always been very ambitious, if you could coin a word for me. And I got that on my back at 18. And funny enough, I still made the Olympics because I'm in the UFC. Dana always says this is the Olympics of fighting. So for me, I'm very proud of the tattoo. I'm very proud of what I've been able to achieve. I looked up a number. There's only been 3,000, little over 3,000 fighters ever in the UFC. And how many of them have been ranked fighters in the UFC? How many of them have made it to 4 contracts? So I'm in the 1% of the less than 1%, right? So I'm very proud of that tattoo.
Okay. That was your life. I didn't know that. You were a track star back in the day. Why did you stop?
My first sport was track and field. I was a steeplechaser. I ran the 3,000-meter steeplechase in college. I'm on the top 10 board for my Division I school, Southeast Missouri State University. And I was a 3,000-meter national champion at 17 and 18 AAU. I ran everything from 800 meters all the way up. Yeah, man, I was a track star growing up. Everybody knew me for CJ with the fro running around the track. I had a big afro looking like Ludacris and doing steeples and just killing people. Honestly, I was lapping people. I was really good, man. And that was the first individual sport that taught me how to work hard, and really pursue things with effort and that you can see something back from your work that you put in. So, and then it was wrestling in my 7th, 8th grade year, going right before high school. I did intramural wrestling and then I was an all-state wrestler in high school. So those are the first 2 individual sports that really pushed me into MMA, and helped me build a mindset for MMA. I played team sports my whole life. I played every single sport. I did every single event on the track. I did the decathlon too. So I was just ambitious. I always wanted to do everything.
This time next year, where are you at? What has Charles Johnson accomplished?
Either fighting for a title or I have the belt already.
All right. I can't wait. I mean, it's very possible. It's right there. It's right there. This time last year, Joshua Van was nowhere near the title picture, and look how quickly things change. So it all starts.
It's about getting the opportunity, right?
That's right.
You get, what was he, number 10? I'm number 13. I'm fighting Alex. After I beat Alex, I'll be top 10 as well. And what if something happens and they call Charles?
Oh, yeah. Well, it all starts for you on January 24th. Looking forward to it, my man. All the best to you. Good luck in the final days of training, and looking forward to seeing you back out there in a little over a week. Thank you, Charles. All the best.
Thank you, brother.
There he is, Charles Johnson, one of the top flyweights in the world. Big fight for him, January 24th, UFC 324. We're going back-to-back with numbered events. 325 is the following week, January 31st. In Sydney, February 1st, over in, I feel like I always have to say that, and that's Alex Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez, Mauricio Ruffy against the one and only Rafael Fiziev in an incredible, I don't know if there's going to be a single takedown attempt in that fight. We'll talk to Ruffy, who's over in Sydney, down under, training with Volk and the whole team in about 30 minutes time. So stay tuned for that. But last week, we reconvened, we reconnected with my friend, my dear friend, my former co-host, but friend for life, Ade Oladipo. We handed out the Ariel and Ade Awards, second annual, I might add. So we're well on our way to getting one of those made for the awards. And I thought Tuesdays with Ade felt so good. Let's keep that train rolling along and welcome him back to talk about some news and notes from around the world of the sweet science. Hello, Ade. It feels like a nice little glove that you put on. It's snug. It feels right. It's perfect.
It just makes sense, Ariel. I mean, let's be honest, it makes sense. You want to talk boxing, who better to talk it with than, as you say, your former co-host, your good friend from here in London, Ade Oladipo. It's just perfect.
Former co-host, but friend for life. That's what I said, so it's like.
There you go. No, you are right. You are right. I mean, and look, I did reach out to the other day and I said, look, Ariel, whenever you need me, my man, whenever you need me. Yes, it's not the same as before, but it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Let's just keep this thing rolling. Like, why not? Why stop? Yes, sir.
Ade, yesterday on the program, I played your post-fight interview with Age Kabayel in Germany, and I said the buzz, it reminded me of like the Wu-Tang Triumph video where the bees are humming. It was so loud, the buzz, the energy in there. I was like, what a crowd, holy crap. And I heard you talk about Germany being back. Tell me what it was like being there. Kabayel wins, the place is going insane. Germany kind of went through a bit of a down period. They were once flying high with the likes of the Klitschko's. That scene, in MMA, Paris is on fire right now. France is on fire, and it felt like one of those crowds. What was it like being there?
Dude, it was incredible, honestly. And as you say, I mean, the Klitschko's and sort of that scene died about 10 years ago. It wasn't just the Klitschko's, though. It was Marco Huck, it was Felix Sturm, it was Arthur Abraham, it was Jürgen Bremer. Literally, they had about 7 or 8 stars who all seemed to stop at the same time. So for the past 10 years, there's been some boxing, but very much small hall shows. They've had nothing at all. And Kabayel's been a big name in German boxing, but he's fought his last 4 or 5 fights away from Germany. He's not had a fight in Germany since 2023. So they've been starved of everything. And look, we were told leading, up to the event, it's sold out. But you hear that a lot, it's sold out. And what that really means is, we've kind of partitioned a bit of the venue off and there's black curtains. But this place sold out, and it sold out in about a week, 13,000 stuck in to this arena. And I got there for my rehearsal about 5:30, and the prelims had just started. And you've done these boxing events with me. You've done boxing events. No one's there. Like around that time, no one's there. I'm telling you now, that place was 70% full at 5:30. And that's when I knew this was going to be a good night of boxing. And it was as loud as anything. I might be a victim of the moment. I probably am.
No, it was great.
That was probably one of the loudest venues I've ever experienced. And I've done Wembley, I've done Tottenham, I've done MSG, I've done the big events in Las Vegas. That was as loud as anything.
It was amazing. I loved it. And I loved when you asked him, who he wants next. And then you can hear the Usyk in the crowd. You can hear them all saying it in unison. Not to, rain on the parade. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that happens. But I feel like him versus maybe like a Fabio Wardley makes a lot of sense for the WBO. What do you think? Because he looked great. I know some people didn't love the stoppage, felt like it was elementary, didn't hate it. What do you think about him versus Wardley or someone else?
You know what? Yeah, just to kind of go back a couple of bits there. So that post-fight interview, so it was on
DAZN Germany pay-per-view.
Okay.
So we were almost there as a second team.
Oh, wow.
They had their own team on stage. That's why most of my stuff I did was ringside, because they had an on-stage team. So they had their guy do the post-fight interview. And then they were in my ear saying, Ade, we need another post-fight interview in the ring. And I was like, well, no. Their guys just done one. But I think they wanted it to be ramped up a bit more. So I kind of sprinted to the ring. I was like, okay, let's do this. Let me get in the ring. So I wasn't supposed to do an interview. I thought, let me just get in the ring then and do it. And I think they wanted it in English. So if he does call out Usyk, they can clip it and put it up. But yeah, I mean, the crowd, every time I said Usyk, and I probably mentioned him about 10 times in an interview, and I did it on purpose. Once you get the crowd with you, you know this.
Yeah.
Just keep them going. So I said, oh, they want Usyk, and the crowd went mad.
Yeah.
They want Usyk, and the crowd went mad. And I mean, they loved it. You know, as for the Usyk fight, I'm not sure, you know. I mean, like, I'm hearing there are issues with Usyk and Wilder. I think the issues are that maybe no one wants to fund it, right? I mean,
who wants that? No one's asking for this.
Exactly. No one's asking for that. And I think if no one's asking for it, it's a good chance it doesn't happen. So then, okay, who next for Usyk? And what Kabiel's shown is that he can put 13,000 bums on seats fighting a guy that no one knew called Damian Neba. Like, no one's ever heard of this guy. I've never heard of him prior to that. So if he can do 13,000 and it can sell out in a week fighting Damian Neba, I think he's proven that he's a draw. And a draw turns into pounds and pence and dollars and cents. So I think there's a chance that his team can put a big enough offer together and maybe tempt Usyk. So I don't think it's as far-fetched as maybe something. I think there's a chance there that they could do a stadium. I think, you know, I had a couple of bigwigs in the ring with me, and they're all saying the same thing. Like, we can do a stadium with Kabiel. Like, we could have gone bigger with this Neba fight, but, you know, it was the first fight back in Germany in nearly 10 years. We weren't sure if Kabiel could sell tickets, and they were pleasantly surprised how quick those tickets went. So I do think an Usyk versus Kabiel certainly does a stadium, and we know Usyk likes to travel anywhere. So I wouldn't rule it out of contention yet.
Okay. Very interesting. Later that night, over in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, you know, all week long, much talked about, you know, people posting the seating chart and all. They're not selling tickets, and it's not a matchroom event, and what a mess this was, and the stuff with Subriel Matias and the adverse finding. And in the end, it ended up being a signature moment for one Dalton Smith, the pride of Sheffield. What a freaking fight! What a stoppage! What a win for him! And this is where Eddie Hearn really shines. You see the excitement. He talks about an away day win. Like, you feel it. Like, you feel how much this means to him. He's not just there going through the motions and acting like his promoter and all that stuff. Like, you feel the fandom come out. They have the moment the following day in Brooklyn, presenting him the belt, presenting his father with the belts as well. It's like, it was so great. How big of a deal can Dalton Smith be? He's now the WBC 140-pound champion. Eddie says we've got another champion from the UK, a legit champion with that green belt. He says he wants to bring him back to the UK, wants to bring him back to Sheffield. How big of a deal is this? And is the Adam Azim fight next to him? Is that the one that could really be the big sellout fight?
That could be the big one. Obviously, like, Adam Azim's in the same weight class. It's very similar to like Kell Brook and Amir Khan, and them two jostling who's the big name, who's the superstar. And in the end, it was Amir Khan, and we had to wait for Amir to offer the fight to Kell. And I almost feel like it's going to be that with Dalton now. Dalton's now gone clear of Adam, right? Dalton's the one that's become a world champion. He's done it away from home. He's done it against a good fighter. And he did it in spectacular fashion. So right now, Dalton's in the hot seat. He's in the driver's seat. He can almost, I guess, offer Adam anything, really. Look, dude, I've got a world title. And I also think that brings new fans to Dalton as well. I've always wondered, can Dalton sell the tickets? And I hate how that is a discussion, but you have to have that discussion. Can he fill an arena in Sheffield? And now, off the back of that win, I think he can. And to add to your point about Eddie, I think Eddie just kind of gave the event something, because all week I was like, no one's really talking about this. And then Eddie turned up to the press conference. He knew what he was doing. He had his little back and forth with Subriel Matias, and now all of a sudden everyone's like, okay, we're interested. What's going on here? But I think there are so many ways to win a world title. We've seen fighters, you know, be given, if you like, email belts, and they've been upgraded. We've seen some fighters have world title fights against lesser opponents. This is by far the hardest way to win a world title. Away from home. I know it wasn't Puerto Rico, but it could have been. The Barclays literally was full of Puerto Ricans, so you're fighting on enemy territory against the guy who we know is a good fighter, and you knock him out. So I think Dalton's stock is now really high. We don't have many superstars over here at the moment. We've got a lot of good fighters, Ariel, but in terms of the next guys, or girls, there aren't that many. He's now in that sort of grouping. He is now a superstar, and Sheffield's always had good fighters, right? I mean, Prince Hassim Mohammed, obviously, all the way up to Kell Brook. Now it's a case of Kell Brook can really pass that baton to Dalton Smith and say, okay, it's up to you for the next 5 years.
Okay, you speak of superstars, obviously none bigger over the past 10 or so years than Tyson Fury. I saw a story on Sky Sports where Dimitri Salidas said he wanted one of his prospects, Brandon Moore, to fight him. He's offering him up. 19-1, former top-ranked fighter. Is there any chance of this happening? No? Doesn't seem, okay. I mean,
absolutely no
He needs
chance.
a tune-up. Who's he going to fight? Who's the tune-up fight?
It's probably going to be Arslanbek Makhmudov. That's
Okay.
the name that I'm hearing that's doing the rounds, obviously coming off that good win against Dave Allen. People know who Makhmudov is. He looks mean, he looks scary.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not as scary a fighter as he looks, but it's a name that kind of boxing fans know. This Brandon Moore that you mentioned could be a good fighter, but it's almost too risky. Like the risk reward, you weigh it up, and if you're Tyson Fury, you're thinking, I've never really heard of you, not to be disrespectful. Why would I even consider fighting you? I think personally that Tyson Fury came out of retirement just for AJ. That was his sole goal. And now they're having to kind of find plan B, C, and D, because obviously we don't know what AJ is going to do for the rest of the year. So they are looking at opponents. I think it will be Arslanbek Makhmudov. I think that makes sense. And then it's a case of who for September, October. Maybe a Fabio Wardley, maybe a Cabial if he can get a title shot somewhere. So there are options for Tyson Fury, but I don't think Dimitri Salitas' fight is going to be one of those options.
You know, so excited to see Moses Atama back. We wake up to the news that he's injured. The whole show, the Magnificent Seven, has been postponed to March 28th. And I was being an a-hole earlier. I was joking. I was like, well, if the card is so magnificent, why are they postponing it? Because one guy fell out. But I know that's how big he is, and that's, you know, he's the guy. He's the A side. He's the A++ side. Do you agree with the move? Do you agree with the move to postpone the whole thing?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm with you. I mean, I did the press conference for this card, and it is a magnificent card. I mean, there are, you know, some other good fights on that card, and I think Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson, which was supposed to be the chief support, the co-main event, I actually think that could have headlined. That's a good headline. I don't think people would moan with that. Obviously, look, you want Moses to be the headline act because he's that guy. He's a headline fighter now. I mean, this was his last fight that he headlined at Riyadh season in August. So you kind of want him to always be that guy. But I actually think that you could still keep the card together. And if people want their money back, fair, give it to them back. But I think a lot of people would have still turned up to this card because it is a good card. I always feel sorry for the undercard fighters who've, you know, done their training. This will be the time now where, you know, real hard sparring stops and you kind of just, you know, going through the motions to cut weight. People that have bought the tickets, people that have booked hotels, train tickets. I know some people that have flown in or were planning to fly in. I just feel like it's kind of unfair on those people. So I think you should have kept the card together. And Moses headlines another card in March. I mean, Frank's got such a big stable.
Yeah.
He could have found literally another 10 guys and put them on the undercard of Moses in March. So I almost feel like they should have kept it together.
Did you like the matchup? Did you like the booking? Like going from Dillian White to Jermaine Franklin. Did you like that? Or at this point, are you anxious to see him fight bigger names?
Yes and no. I like to rush fighters. I'm like, as soon as I feel like you are good, go. Like, let me see you against Hergovich. Let me see you against Bakoli. But I don't mind this. I still think Moses needs rounds before you match up with those guys who will certainly give you rounds. And I think Jermaine Franklin, who I know he didn't look great on the undercard of Crawford Canelo, but we've seen him over here and he has given Dillian White rounds, arguably beat Dillian White, and he gave AJ rounds, took AJ all the way. So I do think he would have given Moses some rounds. He would have posed some different questions. I did the face-off between those two, and he seemed quite quietly confident. Like, I'm not here to give rounds, I'm here to win. So I think it would have been an interesting test. And then, because it's so early in the year, then we get something in April, then we get something in the summer. Now, my concern is if he's not fighting till the end of March, how many times are we going to see Moses? Last year, that was a problem. Moses only fought for 5 minutes, something like that. It's not enough. And I think that's why Franklin was good, because he certainly would have taken Moses past, I think, 3 or 4 rounds. And then we could have moved on to some bigger names.
Okay, so that fight not happening this month. Fight that is happening next month. Just announced yesterday officially. Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios, WBC welterweight title. Tremendous poster, by the way. Love this poster.
Fantastic.
What do you make of the fight, though? Garcia coming off a loss. Obviously, Barrios, I wanted to see the rematch. I think we talked about this last week. I wanted to see Barrios versus Manny, but perhaps Manny going on to do the Floyd rematch. Who knows? Not much chatter about that right now. Garcia getting the title shot in a division where there are a couple of guys who are worthy of a title shot. Your thoughts on it?
He's lucky. I mean, let's be frank about it. He's very, very lucky. It's not just the fact he's coming off a loss. It's the fact that his last fight before that was a no contest. And obviously there was a year suspension in between that. So he's a lucky boy. I feel like he's had a few opportunities and a few chances. And look, I for one, want to see him take one of these opportunities and chances because I do think he still has everything to be the biggest name in the sport. And I know some people might frown at that, but he's got the lot. He's got the look. We know he's got the following. And removing all those things, he can fight. He can fight. When his head's screwed on, this guy can fight. And I just, I hope that he looks at this opportunity and thinks, okay, look, this is going to be my last one. This is a bit of a gift that I'm being given. Not a bit of gift, a gift that I'm being given here. And let's see if he takes that gift. He can't be given many more gifts, regardless of what I just said, regardless of the fact he can sell pay-per-views and bums on seats. He can't be giving people opportunity. He's jumping the queue a lot here. I just hope that he takes this opportunity. He's now being trained by his dad, so it's been a lot of trainers in the last 5 years as well. I just want him to settle because I think, you know what it is? I still think people look at him as a 21-year-old. I think people look at him as like, oh, the future. No. This guy's closer to 30 now. So it has to happen now. All of these guys, not just Ryan, all of them. It has to happen now. But, I mean, if he does win, then it lines up so many fantastic fights in the division. Maybe we finally get Ryan Devon. There's talks about Ryan Connor. And I think he will beat Barrios. I'm not too high on Barrios as the champion. I think Barrios is a solid fighter. But the fact is, I think he nearly lost to Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Manny Pacquiao, I mean, I said Ryan's closer to 30. Manny Pacquiao's closer to 50. So, no, I think it'll be a fun fight. Barrios is a bit of a warrior, but a good Ryan Garcia should beat a good Mario Barrios.
Yeah, and some people thought he lost to Abel Ramos in the previous fight on the Tyson Paul undercard. So Ryan Garcia, 27, talking about guys who, need to make it happen now. 28 is one Boots Ennis. What the hell is going on with Boots and Virgil? They said it was essentially fait accompli now. And, I've been saying this on the show for a while, but Dan Rayfield's saying, and everyone kind of jumped on it yesterday, that the Golden Boy DAZN deal isn't done, that it kind of hinges on Ortiz Ennis being made. It seems like Eddie's blaming Oscar. Oscar's blaming Eddie. Virgil's dad is getting blamed. The manager is getting blamed. Everyone's getting blamed. Who is at fault, in your opinion, for this fight seemingly fizzling away when we thought it was going to be the fight to make for both of them first quarter of 26?
I hope I don't feature in a clapback Thursday, but it is Oscar De La Hoya. It has to be Oscar. I mean, this 60-40 talk is silly. Just make it 50-50. Yes. Winner gets 55, loser gets 45. So, they go into the fight as a 50-50, and the winner, if you're so confident, Virgil gets to 55 and Boots gets to 45. Like, what are we doing here? Look, neither of them are big pay-per-view draws. I mean, there's an argument to say that Boots might be the biggest star in the sense that Boots sold out Philly a couple of times. I think Virgil's an incredible fighter, but he hasn't been a world champion. So I don't know who the bigger name is, and I don't know if Oscar's trying to almost assume that Virgil's a bigger name than Boots. No. Both of these guys are exactly the same. Make it a 50-50 scrap. Winner takes an extra 5% on top, and that's it. And then we move on. I mean, I don't understand why they allow Boots to get in the ring, get everyone excited, do the nose-to-nose with Virgil after his last fight against Erickson Lubin, and now all of a sudden we're having these roadblocks. Just make the fight. As for that point you made about Golden Boy and DAZN, I mean, that would be disappointing because I actually like the Golden Boy fights. I think Golden Boy Promotions do a really good job. I think they've kind of built up a lot of traction over the years. I think the fight cards are good. They produce really good fighters, one of them obviously being Virgil. It looks like they're going to give us the Benavidez versus Zerdo. Obviously, Zerdo's a Golden Boy fighter as well. So that would be disappointing. And then you lose Oscar as well. So hopefully Golden Boy and DAZN can work it out. But it shouldn't hinge on this.
Yeah.
I think that's unfair. I think what Golden Boy have done since they joined the zone has been really good stuff. So that's kind of disappointing to hear.
I agree. And it feels like they've enjoyed a bit of a renaissance as of late. I felt like they were kind of, I don't know, a little bit down, and they had a really good 25, I thought. I've seen the reports now, and it seems like we're inching closer to an official announcement regarding Benavidez moving up to fight Zurdo. And while I love the fight, how is it not Zurdo versus Jai Opetaia? Like, I've seen Jai beat up sort of like nameless guys enough now, and it's all great stuff. It's all spectacular. I thought that was the one. And so that kind of annoys me. How do you feel about all this?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, we should have... Look, I don't mind Benavidez versus Zurdo. Cinco de Mayo, it's going to be good numbers, right?
Sure.
Big fight for Mexican boxing, good fight for world boxing. But ultimately, you've got cruiserweight ranked number 1 over there called Jai. You've got everyone thinking Zurdo's number 2, which I think he is. Number 1 versus number 2, please. Like, why does Benavidez have to jump up 25 pounds plus to fight Zurdo? It kind of makes no sense. Zurdo's almost fighting Benavidez like there are no other options in the cruiserweight division.
Right.
Yet there is a killer in Australia that we know will travel, has traveled to Saudi, has traveled to the UK, will travel anywhere for this fight. Like, I've been screaming for Jai to go to heavyweight because you're not getting anything at cruiserweight. And this kind of, I guess, backs me up a little bit. This is Zurdo, a cruiserweight, saying, okay, come up, Benavidez, we can do this. It makes no sense. The thing is, though, if Benavidez wins, I trust that Benavidez will fight Jai. I have more faith in Benavidez fighting Jai than Zurdo fighting Jai.
And by the way, I kind of love that. Like, Benavidez versus Jai would be insane. I don't know how Benavidez does at cruiserweight. I know he was once a big boy and he went down, but like, wow, what a fight that made. So maybe that is the silver lining here, because that fight, I like Benavidez Jai better than Zurdo Jai. It's just that we've been talking about Zurdo Jai for so long.
Same. I don't know why, but I'm so much more excited.
Yeah, you're right.
I shouldn't be about a light heavyweight fighting Jai than a cruiserweight fighting Jai. But I've been around Benavidez. As of you, he's a big boy. And Jai isn't the biggest cruiserweight. I mean, you know, I stand next to Alexander Usyk now, and I'm like, geez, you were a big cruiserweight. Tony Bellew, you big cruiserweight. Jai is not that. Jai is about 6'1", as is Benavidez. Obviously, Jai probably walks around a bit bigger. But as you said, Benavidez was a big boy. And what I like about Benavidez is, you know, he's almost escaped the 168-pound division, and all his gold is coming to him in the heavier divisions. He's obviously getting opportunities at light heavyweight. He's now getting opportunities at cruiserweight. And I do think he would happily fight Jai Opetaia. And I think that could be one of the super fights to look out for potentially in 2026.
All right. Rate these 2 main events for me, Ade, all right? Rate these 2 main events for me.
Go on.
King Callum Walsh versus Carlos Ocampo, and Frank Martin versus Efe Ajagba. King Callum Walsh, January 23rd. Frank Martin.
Charles Martin.
No. I'm not saying rank them. I'm saying rate them for me. Are these,
but
by the
Charles
way?
Martin versus Efe.
What did I say?
Charles
I
Martin
said
versus
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah. Charles. Maybe it would have been more exciting. Those are the 2 Zuffa boxing events.
What?
The first
rank
2.
them as in which one's better, or like out of 10?
Your level of excitement. This is it. This is the big debut. Yeah. This is it. This is 2 of their first 3. There's one in between that they haven't announced. By the way, the announcement is like Dana White in a throwaway interview with Stephen A. Smith just mentions the Callum Walsh Ocampo fight, and the other one, the Martin Ajagba fight, has been reported on, but not officially announced. But even since he mentioned the debut card, there's been no announcement, no graphic, no poster, no nothing. We were debating this yesterday on the show, and they're like, maybe this is the way they're going to ease their way into it. And I'm like, hold up. I just saw Dana White launch something not that long ago. It's called Power Slap. And I saw all the promotional muscle that they put into these fights, matches, athletes, whatever you want to call them, that no one's ever heard of, right? Like, this is not even a real sport. And I've seen them sort of like flood our timelines and flood our attention spans with this stuff. And this is it. This is the beginning of this new venture. It feels like
something's gone wrong there. Like, it's not, and look, obviously this might be Dana White's way of entering the boxing world, but I think I saw Eddie on your show a couple of months back saying this isn't going to do it, right? This isn't going to do it with an event at the Apex. You need to go bigger. You almost need to make a statement. And I watched that interview of Stephen A. Smith and Dana White. It was almost like a throwaway statement. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is our main event. Whereas normally when Dana White announces main events for the UFC, he goes big. I mean, he'll make sure the world knows about it. So yeah, I almost feel like Dana's upset by this as well. And as for Charles Martin versus FA,
I don't. By the way, can I just say I don't think so. I just think that he's forgotten how to have that juice. By the way, he announces main events now on Instagram Live. There's the Dana you're talking about is from like 2008, 2009.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe the juice is gone. Maybe there's nothing left to squeeze in the lemon. Maybe that's it. But Charles Martin, FA Jagba, to go back to it. I mean, I like FA Jagba. He's my Nigerian brother. I think last time out against Martin Bakoli, he actually looked good. It was a draw, so I thought he was ready to kick on, and put his name in the mix, even for maybe a Tyson Fury. That's a legit name. So I feel like he's taken a few steps backwards, fighting Charles Martin, who, I mean. The less I say about Charles Martin, probably the best. I mean, probably one of the worst champions we've seen in recent times. So, yeah, it's a weird one. It's not as exciting for someone that wants to take over the sport, right? I mean, boxing was dead in America. Let's rebuild it. This isn't going to do it. But maybe he's also realized that the top guys in the world of boxing want big money. Big money, 7 figures, 8 figures. And, I mean, look, from Dana White's dealings in the UFC, he's not going to happily pay that. Not at all. So maybe I think they've just realized that they can't get the talent that they want. So they're kind of going for this mid-tier talent and hoping that these guys put on barnstormer events. Maybe that's the way they're trying to do it.
These events at the Apex, by the way, and, sometimes boxing matches, they go a little longer than an MMA fight, maybe a less of a stoppage here or there. Like, I could see with that atmosphere, I could see this feeling. The Apex is quiet. It's like a church.
How many are at the Apex? What is the attendance at the Apex, the capacity?
Well, they're expanding it, but I think they're going to go, I think the max will be 1,000. I think the max. But again, I don't know who's buying these tickets. I think they're going to fill it up. The goal for the first one is have it the night before the first UFC of the Paramount era, which is UFC 324. And so people will be in town and they'll have influencers and their little celebrities there. But I just, I don't know.
But influencers and celebrities still want to go to events where, almost to be seen at events where there are names fighting. Like, they want to see a Shakur Stevenson fight. They want to see someone like Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. They want to see these type of names, right? Jesse Bam Rodriguez. But they're not really wanting to see F.A. Jagba and Charles Martin. No. That's not what influencers want to see, right? They're very much casual boxing fans who really and truly won't know who these guys are. They won't know who any of those fighters you just mentioned are. So, yeah, I have no idea what the plans are here and what they're trying to achieve. But in terms of trying to make a splash in boxing and, again, take over the sport of boxing, you're going to need to do a bit more than that.
By the way, speaking of a throwaway line in an interview, I saw your old friend and mine, KSI, in an interview. I think he was over in India, just kind of like throw away the note that he's done with boxing, that he's essentially retired. That's it. It's over. This whole thing. And he even mentions he was offered $30 million to fight Jake Paul. And he's like, man, nah, I'm tired of this. I'm like, why not? Why did you take it? Why? Because he's gotten, crazy. How do you feel about him just kind of saying, I'm done now?
Not mad at it. I never looked at him as someone that was going to be a professional boxer forever. This is someone that came in when, if you like, boxing was on a bit of a downer, and this Misfits YouTube influencer scene kind of came in when there was a bit of a space or gap in the market, and he took it, and he's been doing it for a long time now. He's been doing it for about 6 years. But I always still saw him do his social media stuff. He was always still doing his YouTube stuff with Sidemen. He was always doing other projects. He's singing, whether we think it's great or not, he was still doing that. So he always loved that stuff. And boxing was almost a side thing. He used it to set up Misfits and kind of push through other influencers. And that was it. I didn't expect him to be here long term. I only expected him really to target Tommy Fury and Jake Paul. He targeted Tommy Fury, got that. Jake Paul, he tried. I think he did try. Didn't quite work out. Jake Paul, I think, almost then became a bit too good. Let's be honest. Not a bit too good, but much too good, to the point where if they were to fight now, it would be, I think, very one-sided. So I think the Jake Paul dream kind of died about a year ago when Jake Paul just realized, or KSI's team realized, that Jake Paul was just way above where they once were 3 years ago, when maybe people thought it could be close. So I'm not mad at KSI retiring. I mean, this is a dangerous sport. If you're not fully committed, don't get in the ring, regardless of who he's fighting. And so I think it's a good decision.
Do you believe that he's not involved in Misfits as much, or do you think this is kind of like the CEO stuff with Andrew Tate? Like, what do you make of all of this?
I still probably, behind the scenes, probably still speaking, to Mams Taylor and that team. Probably has some say in it, but I don't know, man. I see KSI, and I do think he loves these YouTube stuff. And obviously, Misfits is on YouTube as well. But you know what I mean? The stuff that he does with Sidemen and all those other little projects, things that he has fun doing. I've been around him at some press conferences. Obviously, I did Misfits for quite a while. And there's sometimes where you just feel like he's not really happy to be here. Doesn't really want to be here. Doesn't enjoy it as much as he does his other projects. So I almost feel like, again, he built it for 3 or 4 years. They've done some really incredible events. Me and you worked on a few of them. And that's it. Hand it over to the next person. And I think he's made a good decision.
Okay. All right. Fair. Good decision. Your boy Hamza Shiraz against my boy Christian Mbili. You like this fight?
Love it. I love that fight. Hamza right now, obviously, look, the 168-pound division is looking for a star now, right? Crawford gone, maybe. I don't know what Canelo's going to do. We're hearing injuries, maybe taking a long break, maybe needs it. So it's almost open for business. Like, who's going to be the king of that division? Is it going to be Mbili? Maybe. Is it going to be Hamza? Is it going to be Diego Pacheco? Are we going to see Jaime Munguia come back and do some stuff? But if you're Hamza, you've almost got the pick of the bunch. The WBC, as you say, want him to fight Christian Mbili. The WBO want him to fight Diego Pacheco. So he's got 2 world title opportunities. So
which do you prefer? Which do you like better for him?
Pacheco.
Because it's a more winnable fight.
No, because Mbili didn't look good in his last fight.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, did Mbili even win that fight? I mean, it's a draw, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah.
I didn't think he looked great. And I think with Pacheco, you get Eddie versus Frank as well. Obviously, Eddie looks after Pacheco, Frank Hamza. So you get the element of that as well, which I like. And I think they both would make it a real big fight because it's 2 of their stars they've had from the get-go. So I think I like the Eddie versus Frank dynamic to it.
Do you have Will Gavin's phone number?
I do.
He's kind of a big deal here in America. He's like a viral sensation. You know this, right?
Dude, I've been watching those NFL clips. Obviously, I know nothing about what he's saying.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
But anytime a Brit can get the love, and I've seen the comment section, and obviously this is America's sport, right? And I'm like, he's going to get destroyed here. And they're loving him, like absolutely loving him. And I'm so happy for him because he's so passionate about American football.
For those that don't know, he's a Brit who works for TalkSport. He does play-by-play, I think, on TalkSport too. And he knows his stuff as far as NFL is concerned. There is something about Brits calling American sports. I believe there's a man named Darren Fletcher, not the new Man United gaffer, who does baseball for TNT Sports. And his calls are incredible as well. There's something about you guys with that classy accent calling our sports. It's just very fun. We love it.
Do you think it's because we know we've got the accent, so we have to almost go above and beyond? We have to make sure that we nail it and do our research because we know really and truly we're going to get critiqued from the outset. So we've got to be good. We have to be good.
I think the passion
Maybe
comes
that's
across.
What it is.
But here's the thing. I think it says a lot about us because if I go over there and call Premier League football, I think I get crapped on.
Ouch.
I think people will say, what is the Yank doing over there? So I think it says that we, as Americans, are more inclusive than you guys of the United Kingdom.
No, you might be right. Wait, what was the American manager that was in the Premier League recently?
Oh, that's my guy.
Oh.
That's my guy. Well, he's now the head coach of Canada, and golly, I'm drawing a blank. How am I drawing a blank?
My point is, you'll get it. My point is,
can't believe it.
He was a manager.
Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh. Leeds.
And fans still didn't accept him because of the American accent.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a football manager, and they're like, no, this guy knows rubbish. Knows nothing.
Yeah.
Like, get him out. And obviously, eventually, he got sacked very quickly. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, we won't accept Americans talking about Premier League football.
It's weird. Like, I feel like if I did Premier League football, there would be no, like, crazy viral clips of, wow, look at the Yank. Look at the Yank and the passion. Look how much he knows about, Sunderland and them singing, like, wise man say. Like, look how much he knows about the culture. Look at how much he knows about Forest and the city ground. Look how much he knows about Chelsea.
You know a lot. Ariel, I will give you this. You know a hell of a lot about soccer. It's incredible.
Like look how much he knows about Semenyo and the class that he showed leaving Bournemouth and signing with City. Those bad. Look, no, I mean,
it's a disgrace what Semenyo did.
Look how much he knows about Macclesfield FC shocking the world, right, against Crystal Palace.
Your knowledge. Are you fishing?
Look how much he knows about Forest losing to Wrexham in PKs. I mean, it was disgraceful.
Sorry, losing to Wrexham what?
In PKs.
In PKs?
What do you call it? Penalties?
On penalties. We
PKs,
wouldn't say in
penalty
PKs.
kicks. No.
Yeah, on PKs. We wouldn't say in. See, those are things where you just kind of trip up.
This is semantics. This is semantics.
No, those are big things. Those are big things.
All right,
You can't say in PKs, but it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, we covered it all here. 30 minutes around the world of boxing. This was a lot of fun. We covered it all.
That's been 30 minutes already?
That's been 30 minutes around the world, yep.
Does this mean I'm getting cut off? Was this?
That's it. I said 25 or so.
I'm so used to an hour and a half of you.
I know. That's when you're officially part of the team. Now you're just a guest. So we bid you adieu.
True. There's no invoice for this. You are correct,
nothing,
sir. You are
nothing.
correct. Okay. All right. That's fine.
You're the man, Ade. Check out the YouTube channel.
Thank you, brother.
Great chat with Adam Catterall up on the channel. The presenters haven't gone on the call yet. Maybe one day I'll get that call. For now, though,
maybe.
I enjoy from afar. Thank you so much. The one and only Ade Oladipo of Talk Sport and, of course, of DAZN as well. All right, let us move along. I've been talking about UFC 324 and 325, one of the big fights, UFC 325, February 1st in Australia, January 31st, right here in the US of A, is the return of Mauricio Ruffy going up against the one and only Rafael Fiziev. Big fight, Strikers Delight fight. And the pride of Brazil, the one and only Mauricio Ruffy, kind enough to join us right here and now. There he is. Hola, bom dia, Mauricio.
Bom dia, Ariel, tamo junto.
Thank you for coming on, and I think we have a translator with you as well, Caio, yes?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, now this isn't Caio Bohalio, right? This is another Caio.
No, another Caio, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for the help. You're joining us, Mauricio, from Australia. So when did you get there? How long have you been there?
Há quanto tempo você já está aqui na Austrália?
Eu tô aqui há um pouco mais de 10 dias na Austrália, treinando aqui com o Volca, com todo o time dele aqui na academia.
So I'm here a little more than 10 days in Australia training with Volk and all the boys here on his gym. So I'm super happy to be here, but yeah, around 10, 12 days.
Okay, so this is interesting because I first saw that you were getting sponsored by Engage a few months ago. And obviously I know about Ash and the great work that he does with Engage, Ash Belcastro, who's been a part of, Volk's career and Izzy's career and so many others, Dan Hooker as well. And now I see you training with Volk. Are you now officially a part of Volk's team? Are you just there to help him train and prepare for your fight over there? What is your involvement now? Because it feels like you're more and more a part of the team.
Bom, ele falou que ele viu que há pouco tempo você assinou com a Engage, que é uma grande marca aqui, que você também está trabalhando com Ash, cuida da carreira do Volca, do pessoal todo. E ele quer saber se você está oficialmente no time do Volca ou se você só veio para ajudar ele e treinar para sua luta e como essa experiência aqui para você.
Sim, assinei aí com a Engage in the house.
Yeah.
Let's go Engage. Tô treinando aqui com o Volca e tem sido muito bom para mim. Eu não saí da Fight Nerd, continuo sendo um Fight Nerd, mas com certeza que vai ser uma das minhas casas também. Estou muito feliz de estar aqui trabalhando com o Volca, trabalhando com o Ash. Para mim tem sido muito especial. Tenho evoluído muito como atleta e estou muito, muito animado aí para os próximos passos.
Yeah, so I signed with Engage. I'm an Engage ambassador right now. I'm super happy to work with Ash. I'm still on Fighting Nerds. I'm always going to be a Fighting Nerds. But yeah, I'm here to train with Volk, to learn and help him, of course. And I know that I will come here many, many times more to get better on my game plan. But yeah, I'm still on Fighting Nerds. But yeah, training here with Volk and the boys.
How did this relationship come about with the Australian boys, you and them coming together?
Como que está sendo essa relação para você e como que começou essa relação com o pessoal aqui da Austrália?
Cara, tem sido muito especial, principalmente como pessoa. Tenho aprendido muito como ser um campeão ao lado do Volkanovski. O Volkanovski tem me ensinado todos os dias. E ali também toda a questão de wrestling, ajuste, ele sempre para me ajustar cada detalhe. Tem sido um relacionamento muito, muito especial, muito bom. Sou muito grato a Deus por essa grande porta aberta aí. Estou aproveitando cada momento.
Yeah, so I'm super happy to work and train with the boys, not just as an athlete, but as a human being. I'm learning with Volk how to become a champion and how to be a champion. But as an athlete, I'm super good to me, learning more wrestling and grappling with Volk. He's super good on this game plan. And I wanna say I'm super grateful to God to open this door for me. So I'm super happy to be here and training like a human being, like an athlete too with the boys.
So obviously last time we saw you, early September against Benoit Saint-Denis, your winning streak snapped, first time losing via submission. How did you deal with that loss? How did that loss change you as a person?
A última vez que vocês se encontraram, que enfim falou sobre você foi na luta do Saint-Denis, que foi a primeira luta que você perdeu por finalização. Como que você se sente em relação a isso?
Cara, foi uma das melhores coisas que me aconteceram. No começo, quando acontece uma coisa que você não espera, sempre te pega de surpresa ali, você não aceita muito bem, mas ao passar dos dias, isso me trouxe até aqui, hoje, tá treinando com o Volca, tá buscando evolução. É a primeira vez que eu viajei, que eu saí da minha zona de conforto e fui buscar treinamentos fora. Pô, eu não falo a língua deles aqui, mas, pô, tenho me esforçado, tenho feito tudo que eu preciso fazer para evoluir como lutador, né? Então, depois da minha última luta que eu perdi uma luta antes dessa e, pô, cheguei no melhor momento da minha carreira. E agora também perdi uma luta onde, na verdade, só aprendi muita coisa e tô muito animado aí para os próximos passos.
Yeah, of course, it's not good to lose, you know, but this was good to me because I started to search for new training, new learnings. So that's why I came here to Australia. Before I go to UFC, I had a loss too, but after this loss, I went to the UFC. So I know that even that I lost this fight with Saint-Denis, I am the best moment in my career right now. I am a new Ruffy, so I'm training and I'm super happy and learning with my loss.
You mentioned earlier you're still a member of the Fighting Nerds. Can you confirm or deny Pablo and Flavio, your longtime coaches, will they be in your corner in this fight?
Afirmou que você continua na Fight Nerds, mas o Pablo e o Flávio vão estar no seu corner?
Não, dessa vez eles não vão estar. O Pablo ele tem um compromisso com o Jean uma semana antes da minha luta e logo depois também tem a luta do Caio, onde ele vai ficar um mês com o Caio em Vegas. Então ele ia ficar 2 meses fora de casa e ele tem um bebezinho pequeno. E aí eu falei para ele que tudo bem, não precisava se preocupar, eu estaria aqui com o time do Volca, o Volca iria me dar algumas direção aqui, já trouxe 2 corner comigo e o terceiro eu vou levar daqui mesmo, então a gente fez esse plano e combinou assim.
Yeah, I'm still on Fighting Nerds, but on this fight, even Pablo or Flavio, they will not be on my corner because 1 week before Pablo has a Jean's fight. And after my fight, he needs to go to stay 1 month with Caio Borralho in Vegas. And Pablo, he's a dad right now. So, yeah, he has a baby. So I understand this moment of his life. So I'm here. Volk is helping me here. I have 2 corners here from Brazil too that train with me. And now you have 1 more corner that will train here with Volk and the boys at the gym. But yeah, the guys will not be on my corner on this fight.
As you know, on that card, you fought, Caio fought, and Gian fought shortly thereafter, and it seemed like everyone was saying, like, oh, the Fighting Nerds, they're no more. How did that affect you and the team, where it seemed like people were trying to celebrate, it seemed, at least for me, from afar, that you guys who had enjoyed so much success had now hit a bit of a rough patch?
Bom, vocês tiveram muito sucesso e todo mundo ficou falando depois da sua derrota, do Caio e do Jean, que a Fight Nerds tinha acabado, ou coisas do tipo. Como que isso afetou os seus treinos, ou se isso não afetou, enfim?
Cara, tudo isso foi muito bom, né? Tudo muito bom você conhecer todos os lados, né, do que pode acontecer na vida de um atleta quando tem sucesso e quando às vezes acaba saindo um pouco do caminho. Foi muito bom para mim entender, aprender como é que funciona a mídia, alguns fãs, né? Então eu sou muito grato a Deus por todo o caminho que estou trilhando, isso tem me amadurecido muito. E não falo só como lutador do UFC, que para mim não é o principal, mas como homem, como lidar com isso como homem, como pai de família, e tudo isso me fez muito bem. E eu tô muito animado, muito feliz com tudo que me aconteceu e vamos embora.
Yeah, so I'm grateful to God because it's good to know this side of the story. You know, when you lost, you know how it works, the media, the fans, and all of this stuff. It's like it's no good only when you just know success. You know, so now I know how it works in a bad moment. So, but I'm keep on my mind that God is with me all the time. So I will become better and better.
I love this matchup against Fiziev. What a fun fight, given both of your styles, your striking abilities. When you were offered this fight, did you like it as well?
Quando ele gosta muito do seu estilo de luta e do Fiziev, são dois strikers. Quando a luta foi oferecida, você ficou feliz?
Fiquei muito feliz, pulei de alegria, muito animado. Lutar contra o Fiziev também é um cara que eu sempre assisti, está num momento muito bom da carreira, então se a gente fizer uma boa performance lá e ganhando bem dele essa luta aí, a gente vai estar muito bem, né? Então eu agradeço muito ao UFC pela oportunidade, agradeço também ao Fiziev por ter aceitado a luta e vamos lá dar um show pra galera.
Yes, so yes, I was in Vegas and I was super happy when Ash told me this news. I was there with Volk. I always watch Fiziev fighting. I know he's a good striker, so I want to say thank you, Fiziev, to accept this fight. Thank you, UFC, for the opportunity to give me this fight. And I know it's going to be a show. And I know that if I win this fight, I will be in another level.
I know you've spent a lot of time at Bang Tao in Phuket. He spent a lot of time in Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket. Have you ever crossed paths with him? Have you ever trained together over there in Thailand?
Ele sabe que você passou tempo em Bang Tao e ele fica lá na Tiger, que é próximo. Vocês se cruzaram em algum momento ou enfim, se conhecem?
Não, eu não vi ele esses dias que eu fiquei lá, mas na minha luta contra o Bob Green ele veio me cumprimentar, falou que era um grande fã do meu estilo, e eu também falei que gostava muito do estilo dele, já tinha assistido as lutas dele, e foi isso, né? Que é o primeiro contato que eu tive com ele foi esse, mas lá em Bangtao eu não cheguei a ver ele nenhuma vez, não.
Yes, I was in Thailand for a few weeks, but I didn't meet him there. I only met him in my fight with Bobby Green. He came to talk to me. He tells me that he's Mauricio's fan style, and Mauricio told him that he's Fiziev fan too. But in Thailand, he didn't meet him.
Speaking of that fight against Bobby Green, a lot of outlets gave you the Knockout of the Year award. Incredible knockout, the kick. He goes down. It looks like you graze his head. And this is our awards right here. This is our awards. Very prestigious award. This is the award I gave it to Lerone Murphy's spinning back elbow. Tell me why I'm wrong, Mauricio. Why am I stupid? Why should I have given this to you?
Ele falou que tá todo mundo falando sobre o seu chute giratório sobre o no Bob Green. Esse é o prêmio e ele deu pro Leroy Murphy o cotovelo rodado e ele tá perguntando pra você por que ele está errado, porque ele tá tomando uma decisão estúpida de ter dado o prêmio pra ele e não pra você.
Cara, eu acho que o nocaute ele tem que ser analisado como um todo, né? Não só como o golpe, né? Então, se você olhar a luta, a criação do golpe foi perfeita, assim, foi o que eu mais me enche os olhos, né? O que mais me enche os olhos foi a criação do nocaute, como eu fui empurrando ele para a grade ali, sem ser tocado e só induzindo ele. E eu pedi para que o Caio Borralho me falasse quando faltasse 2 minutos, porque em 2 minutos eu iria encurralar ele na grade e iria chutar na cabeça, né? Então, quando o Caio gritou 2 minutos, eu chutei e foi exatamente como a gente esperava ali. Ele caiu, a plasticidade do golpe, e como pegou o nocaute ali foi surreal. Então, eu acho que esse nocaute aí, o do Burf também foi muito bom, teve outros também que foi muito legal, mas na plasticidade parece uma cena de filme.
Yeah, so it's not just the knockout for me, you know, it's all the situation, how you curate this. So I remember that Caio Borralho was in my corner and I told him, Caio, when he's missing 2 minutes, let me know because I will try to attack him and I will kick his head.
Wow.
So that's what's happened. I was hunting him there. So it was not just the knockout, you know, I was hunting him all the time. I know that Leroy Murphy and all the knockouts was good too, but for me, how I create this one is that's why I deserve to win this.
Okay, I love it. And I respect it. And it was incredible. So parabéns on that incredible knockout. So could I ask, I also saw you, a guy who knows a thing or two about great knockouts, Israel Adesanya. I saw you training with Izzy as well. What's that like for you?
Ele tá mostrando as imagens do Izzy e perguntando como foi para você treinar com o Izzy.
Foi muito, muito bom. Eu estou realizando vários sonhos aqui, treinar com o Izzy, treinar com o Volca, treinar com outros atletas que eu sempre sonhei em treinar e tem sido incrível para mim aprender com eles. Também poder estar ensinando também o que eu sei. Então tem sido uma troca de conhecimento incrível. Eu com certeza é um dos momentos mais felizes da minha vida como lutador.
Of course, right now is like one of the biggest moments on my life, because I always had a dream to train with these guys, and now I'm training with them. I'm his friend right now. Like, this is my friend, Volk is my friend right now, so I can teach them what I know. I know that I have a good striking, so I know that I can teach something, but I'm learning a lot. But yeah, that is a dream come true, training with these boys.
And I even saw you training with Jamie Malarkey, who you beat not that long ago in the UFC. What's that like to fight someone and now train with them as well? There you are.
Ele falou que viu você treinando com o Jamie Malarkey, que você ganhou dele. Como que é estar aqui com ele agora treinando e compartilhando meus momentos?
Esse esporte é muito especial, né, cara? Tipo, você poder estar... essas coisas sempre acontece lá na Fight Nerd, né? Você ganha ou perde um lutador, no outro dia você está treinando com ele. Então, eu procuro sempre respeitar meus adversários, e o Jamie também é um cara que respeita muito, me tratou super bem desde o momento que cheguei aqui na academia, e fizemos já 2 sparrings, treinamos muito bem, depois ele me deu dica, eu dei dica para ele, e esse é o nosso esporte.
Yeah, so this is a special sport, This happens in fighting nerds all the times, even if you're winning or you're lost with your opponent, and another day we are training together. So this happened all the time in fighting nerds. Here with Jamie was super nice. Thanks on the first day, he treated me really good. We did 3 sparrings already, and after that he teach me a few things. I teach him a few things, but he's a respectful guy, and me, I am always respectful with my opponent. So so it's a special and like just business, but he was super, super nice with me.
Dan Hooker is a part of the team as well. He's fighting Benoit Saint-Denis. Are you giving him any tips on what BSD is like?
O Dan Hooker vai lutar no mesmo card que você, faz mesmo parte da mesma galera. Você deu alguma dica para ele em relação à luta do Saint-Denis?
Não dei dica nenhuma, não. Nós nem nos vimos aqui, eu estou em outro lugar, né? Nós estamos treinando separadamente. E é isso, que vença o melhor.
No, I didn't met him. He's in New Zealand, I'm in Australia. I didn't give any tips for him. So,
okay.
Yes, I hope that the better guy winning on the octagon on that day.
And could I ask, on January 24th, we have Paddy Pimblett fighting for the interim title against Justin Gaethje. This is your weight class. Who do you like in that fight? Who do you think wins that fight?
A luta do Pimblett com o Gaethje da sua categoria. Quem você acha que vai ganhar essa luta?
Eu acredito que o Gaethje vai ser o campeão interino. É uma luta que vai ser muito legal. São 2 atletas que traz muita alegria ali, muita emoção no octógono. Estou muito animado aí para ver essa luta.
Yeah, I think Gaethje will win this fight. The both athletes, they are super special on the cage on the UFC. They bring a lot of happiness to the fans, But I think Gaethje will win this fight.
And then what do you think happens? Do you think Gaethje fights Topuria, or do you think he fights Arman? How do you think this plays out? A lot of drama at 155.
Tá rolando muita drama nessa posição. O que você acha que acontece? Se o Gaethje ganhar, ele luta com o Arman ou luta com o Topuria?
Eu acredito que com o Arman talvez, mas o Arman tem pisado na bola aí com o Dana White. Dana White tá meio chateado, parece, e vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Talvez o Topuria, eu quero ver Topuria versus Gaethje. Eu acho que ninguém quer ver Tsarukian contra alguém aí. Eu acho que mais Topuria e Gaethje seria uma luta muito mais emocionante.
Yeah, like myself want to see Gage with Topuria, but I think will happen with Arman. But I don't know right now because Arman is not being a nice guy with Dana. So I don't know what is happening. But of course, I want to see Gage with Topuria, but maybe it will happen with Arman.
Can I ask, do you think any of those guys can beat Topuria?
Você acha que tem algum cara dessa categoria, algum desses que ele falou que pode vencer o Topuria?
Cara, acredito que nesse momento eu acho que não. Ali, entre eles ali, eu acho que não venceria o Topuria. Talvez quem chegar mais perto ali seria o Max Holloway, né, pela altura e o jogo de boxe. Mas eu acredito que o Max Holloway não venceu a luta porque não tomou decisões inteligentes ali no momento. Tomou uma decisão errada no momento errado e acabou perdendo a luta, mas estava vencendo a luta. Então, acredito que o cara que tem chance para ganhar o Topuria hoje ali seria o Holloway, não nenhum deles.
Yeah, like right now, I don't think has anyone that can beat Topuria. I really think that Max maybe is the only guy maybe can beat him right now on their fight. For me, he was winning the fight, but he had bad decisions, of course. But he's tall, he has a good striking. So in my opinion, I think maybe Max is the only guy that maybe can beat him right now.
Wow, okay. Well, we'll see how that all plays out. I'm looking forward to your return, my friend. Good luck to you on February 1st over there. Good luck in training. It's great to see you with Volkanovski and the whole crew and with the Engage crew as well. Thank you so much. Obrigado. Appreciate it. And all the best. Thank you so much.
Agradeceu, te deu boa sorte e que você tenha tudo de bom para sua próxima luta.
Valeu, rapaziada. Tamo junto. Muito obrigado pela oportunidade. Valeu, Ariel. Foi um prazer falar com você aqui. Valeu, até a próxima.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you. Ariel, thank you. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Hope to see you soon, my brother.
Thank you. There he is, Mauricio Ruffy, returning to action on February 1st over in Sydney, January 31st. Back-to-back numbered events. And I'm going to always say January 31st here, February 1st there, because I don't want people, we're a very international show here. We're very international.
It's a great point.
We appeal to everyone, Dana. We're very, very international. Speaking of which, shout out to the great Molly McCann. Some breaking news. Molly McCann added to the big show, yes, the big show on February 21st. So all kinds of fights coming up over in beautiful Nottingham, our home away from home. Molly McCann added to that card. That's the Wood-Warrington card, the Josh Warrington versus Lee Wood rematch, February 21st in Nottingham. That's the same day as the Barrios Garcia fight card as well. A lot going on as far as boxing and MMA is concerned. And Molly, well on her way now, 2-0, doing her thing. Much love to Molly. Very, very happy for her. She is transitioning. They're building her up slowly but surely. It's great to see. By the way, speaking of boxing, I know you're a big... I should have looked this up. Frank, what is that term for someone who's big into stamp collecting? I used to be...
Disingenuous?
No, not that one. What is that term? Someone who's like a stamp...
A stamp collector.
No.
A collector of stamps.
No. Aficionado. No. There's a term. I did a whole project on it. No.
Chronic master.
Here it is. A philatelist.
Oh, yeah. That's what you meant.
Yeah. By the way, was that Pizzi?
Who didn't know?
Yeah.
Philatelist.
He's back.
You told him to come back.
I don't know if I told him to come back, but I'm so happy he's back. He usually just... Wow. Whoa.
God, that drop sucks, man. That drop.
Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Nope. Once there's it sucks. It's gone.
It sucks.
That drop sucks.
That drop's so bad.
A lot of people were asking for the Antarctica drop.
No, see that
Antarctica was crazy.
Yeah.
I'd actually really like
What did he say?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow is pretty good.
Let's get that, Frank. Let's get that. You kind of whip these up in like 10 to 15.
No, it goes through
I thought
a
you
whole
could actually do them
process.
Anyway, philatelist. You're into stamp collecting, Frank, right? Didn't you tell us that at lunch?
No.
I was at the post office this morning, and Frank asked me to pick up some stamps.
Okay. Well, perhaps you picked up the new Muhammad Ali stamps. Did you guys see? Look at that. Those are nice.
Yeah, Frank showed these to me a week ago.
Oh, yeah. He has his ear to the streets. Love these. These are great. The Louisville lip.
You own any stamps at your house right now?
Of course.
I don't.
Oh yeah,
I
we have a
don't
whole little section.
Yeah, I don't even have any envelopes.
Oh, you
just make
still
a
lick
licking
them.
sound?
I'm old school.
You don't peel them off.
I can't believe COVID was a
That's
thing.
what I do when I lick my stamp.
How much does milk cost?
Can I? We're not a big milk drinking family. I can tell you how much almond milk costs, and it ain't cheap. I got to be honest, it ain't cheap. Can I tell you something? I used to have a stamp book when I was a kid.
You were a philatelist, or
I was into these sorts of things.
Were y'all state quarters people?
No, never into.
I filled up
feel
a
like
whole
you were.
book.
I feel like you were
I
into
did the
that.
first 50, and then I was like, nah, we got too many now.
What's beyond the first 50?
No,
They did,
there's like
Guam and stuff.
No, yeah. First of all, yes, they had like Puerto Rico and other territories. Second, then they started releasing like new versions and other.
Oh no! I did the OG 50.
It's like Pokemon.
I had the book. I'd hammer them in. It was good stuff.
Avery has taken it up. Now she is filling one of those books.
You guys have any Sacagawea coins?
Oh, yeah, got a few.
Sacagawea what?
What?
Well, what is it, Frank?
It's Sacagawea.
What is a sack? By the way, I don't know if you know this, but
It's a dollar coin.
there are no states in Canada, provinces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
thought
the
you
problem with
live off
Canada,
the
you know?
hype of the states. Just the
Why they're low-hanging fruit.
Yes. Anyway, shout out to the Ali stamps. I know you guys were excited about that, so I did want to
Only
feature
for
them. Perhaps we have some super. Oh, by the way, before we get to the super chats, Audible. Breaking news. Wanted to go to PT Carroll for this. I'm so happy you're back, PT. Your reaction? Mike Tomlin out as head coach of the PT Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of Pittsburgh talk on today's program. Your thoughts?
Surprised by Tomlin. You know, he always gets into the playoffs. He's a winning record every season he's been there. Him, Jim Harbaugh. I mean, rough time. And
John.
my uncle Pete Carroll, of course, cut from the Raiders, which has been very tough for the whole family. But
fired.
We actually need to get Dakota back to get her
thoughts.
PKs, Helwani. Don't come in with the vernacular here, all right? Don't come in breaking out the words when you hit an Englishman with, what about PKs?
What's wrong with PKs?
You don't say PK.
What do you say? Penalties?
Penos.
Penos. They never say penos on the broadcast. They never say penos on the broadcast.
They don't speak the language of the streets.
Listen, PT, I'm trying to line you. I see everyone going gaga over this Will Gavin, who seems like a tremendous guy. Honestly, I'm so happy for him.
He's
Delighted.
got the British accent. You know what I mean? I'm not going
PT, I'm trying to line you up for this. You know as much as anyone about the National Football League.
They can't handle this brogue on the English team.
But then you call him Jim Harbaugh when it's John Harbaugh. Two different people.
Close enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of vernacular, I noticed you called them numbered events. Is that what we're going with?
It's all in my face. It's all in my face. What can I do? It's all right. By the way, why? Speaking of vernacular, let's take it one more step. Why do they overseas in the UK and Ireland and other parts of the world, Europe? Why do they say sack when it comes to a coach, but here we say fired? And which one do you guys think is worse? I was thinking about this. Like, to me, sacked seems a lot more aggressive and mean. Like they sacked them. Like they actually like bagged them up and threw them outside. Fired is like you got fired. Now, fired isn't very nice because it sounds.
You don't say fired like
great.
in general terms. Like if I got fired loads of times.
Yeah.
But like I'd be like, I'm out getting the sack.
Yeah. Why? Why is that?
Like, I got
redundancies.
Do you say laid off?
No.
So
that feels like real U.S. corporate-y.
Laid off is the corporate way of saying I got fired.
Yeah.
So
I don't know anyone that's gotten
sidewalk
fired
path
recently.
situation.
They've only ever been laid off.
I think when you've been laid off, like it implies you were let go, like
let go
formally
because
with like a package. When you're fired, it's like you
some,
done fucked up.
Organizational shifts. So they had to eliminate my position. I wasn't fired.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, but they call it redundancies everywhere else.
Hate that word.
It does sound really fucked up.
But PT, sack is not just a sports term. Like you'll tell your friends, hey, I just got.
No.
Wow, I always thought it was just for sports.
No, it's for everything. Yeah, it's the fire equivalent. Yeah, you got the sack.
Yeah, I saw Habib weighing in on Xabi Alonso getting the sack.
Hey, tell you what, we're after getting Michael Carrick in here. Until the end of the season. What about that?
Oh yeah, what happened? What happened?
I mean, he's legendary midfielder and all, but I mean,
Sure.
It's just sad. We're starting again.
I know. I was trying to position myself. You saw that center back for Dakota's team. She wasn't quite catching on.
Ever since that episode you did with Dakota when you asked her Man City trivia,
Been weird.
Find it hard to take her seriously.
Yeah. Well, I said Joe Hart, John Hart. I don't know. What was it? Josh Hart. I don't know.
Joe.
Anyway,
I'm not going to hold that against you with the Jim and John situation.
No, but I'm
It's
not
fine.
fancying myself.
Heart, you got heart.
Yeah, that's right.
Hart.
That's right. HART, sort of like White Hart Lane, former home.
Jordan knows all about that.
The Yid Army, I believe they're called.
That's what they call them. Yeah, that's what they call them. The Yiddies. Yeah.
Super chats. This is fun.
All right.
Super chats with PT. We never get this. What a treat.
What are you talking about? You just don't throw to him. Teofimo Lopez, in studio guest in Fight Week.
Can I just say, number one, shout out to Sammy. Teofimo is fun, but I actually thought Teofimo Lopez asked us a question.
I'm sorry.
Like usually you start with Sammy says.
No, I don't.
Come on, Frank. Jeez.
Okay,
I thought Teofimo.
Sammy-J6Z3S says
No, just Sammy.
Teofimo Lopez in studio guest in Fight Week.
I legit thought Teofimo Lopez got into the super chats and was going to ask us.
No,
a
you
question.
didn't.
Hold on for a second. I would love that. That's a big one. That's January 31st. So what a bit. Wow, January 31st, big day too. You know, it just occurred to me. That's the same night as UFC 325. That sucks. Why do they do that?
When's the Rumble again? Is that the 24th?
No, it's the 31st. Yes. We were talking about this. I need to tell this to Shaheen. That is maybe the greatest uncrowned day of all time. We had an uncrowned day early on.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, Shakur Teofimo, and 325.
That's banter.
That is insane.
That's solid.
Did we do a draw? Don't we do a draw? I remember being very invested.
Oh yeah, I love the Rumble.
It's a part of the everything's gonna fall. Can you see it?
No.
Can you see it?
No, man, we can't see it. No, I'm sorry, we can't see it.
No, you're not even.
If you want to see it though, go watch our studio tour that Ariel did. It's
You're off
breaks
camera.
down
You're off mic.
the lottery system.
Off headphones.
Please sit back down.
I mean, after him lecturing Chris yesterday.
Oh, that thing.
Oh.
For those just tuning in.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
It's working.
With some
Where is the
balls.
Rumble this year?
The Rumble this year is in Riyadh. They're building an outdoor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, so you know what? Actually, that might be better for us. In some-
Timing-wise,
Daytime Rumble.
Daytime Rumble. So because
Nice.
they would have been all three at the same time.
Hell yeah.
It still hasn't quite hit me that the pay-per-views or whatever they're called going to be starting an hour earlier.
Oh, I can't wait.
The excitement that I have for this 1 hour is actually a
We're
little
going to
bit
be
crazy.
starting these watch parties at 8:45. I can't believe
That's crazy.
Dream.
I'm going to be able to do the post show at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That is.
That's fucking good shit, man.
Nailed it. That is amazing.
That's
You know what?
great, people.
Actually, a little bit earlier, like sometimes it'll be like, 45, right? So 4:45.
huge. Yeah.
Big difference. Big difference. Big difference.
I'll be able to talk to my family on Sundays again.
Yes. That extra hour changes everything.
Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I'll tell you when.
Who's
when
the
I get
check?
there.
What else, Frankie? What else?
Paramount Plus says price increase tomorrow. Get it now.
Oh, yes. Paramount Plus.
I
They've
thought
weighed
Paramount
in.
Plus had messaged.
Plus said this?
Well, according to the reports, by the way, it said January 15th. Today's the 13th.
Yeah,
But-
I think Dave's.
But at this point, like, you might as well, like, if you're waiting, it's kind of silly.
I got mine.
Get it.
Premium subscription.
Did I miss was there a massive outrage over the price going up? Because that was every week with the ESPN deal. I felt like was there a massive oh, here we go?
No, because number one, they said they were gonna up the price, and ultimately it's like $1 a month, which who cares? And I think what people didn't like about that was the pay-per-view price was going up monthly. Like it was going from 70 to 75, 75 to 80. And I know that's, small potatoes for you because you guys don't have to pay for the pay-per-views. But for people paying, $80 every 3-4 weeks, it was getting to be a lot. So
It's a lot cheaper than
I didn't see outrage. Did you guys see outrage over this?
No.
How
No.
could
I'm
anybody
sure there
get
was.
outraged when going from spend $1,000
yeah.
to spend whatever $100 it is per year?
120 for the premium plan for a year.
Great.
You get every UFC. I'm down.
It's crazy.
I'm there.
Do you have to do the same thing over there with TNT? How does that work? Is there like a
I just
UFC
buy it as
package?
an add-on to the package, like an add-on package. Like it's doesn't work out like an extra $10 a month maybe or something like that. But you get Premier League games, NBA games, loads of different things.
What's that pay-per-view going to cost you? 24 or something?
Probably 30 quid, 30
30
euro.
huh? Wow.
Yeah.
What else,
expense
Frankie?
that.
What else, Frankie?
Lastly, Zach Ain't Wax says, hearing Armin say Antarctica was the best thing of 2026 so
See?
far. Laughing emoji.
I said
What did you say? Antarctica?
I don't know what he said, but he seemed really into going. He said he goes to. Who said this? Did he say go to Argentina first and then you take a boat? I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah, that's what you got to do, man.
Isn't Antarctica like all the way up there?
No,
All the way
south.
down there,
South.
Why is it so cold?
I mean, it's round, so you could point up and eventually get there.
Exactly. That's
I mean, it's still incredibly far away from the.
The poles are both
equator.
cold.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
No worse than a cold pole.
Well, Jesus. There are children that watch this, Pete.
I don't know if you know. I bet GC noticed this. Like you could feel the summer bursting out of Mauricio Ruffy's room there. Can you feel the sunlight bursting out of the shades?
Oh, it's incredible.
Summer over there in Australia. I was so jealous. Because by the way, it's 7 a.m. I noticed it with Volk too. 7 a.m. You could just feel the Sydney sun just bursting out of the room.
I saw some pictures from the Australian Open, the tennis tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, you can just tell it's summer in the pictures. Soon.
Yeah.
A few more months over here. A few more months.
Can you feel the...
Good thing we still got
Blanche
February.
Yeah.
Can't wait for February. Best month of the year.
Oh, yeah. What was that about the sun over there in Blanche?
I was just saying, can you feel the grayness of Blanche coming through?
Absolutely. Right from that corner, the top left, right?
His top.
It's nice.
Yeah. Is that a window or is that a sheet?
That's
sunroof?
It's a window. It's a window.
So that is actually...
Who's to check? It was upsetting you too much seeing the daylight come through the window during the post shows. You're like, we can't have that open anymore.
Wait,
No,
so what
you're
is
under
that?
the stairs, right?
Is there a blind there?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
So that's a window now, but it's dark outside. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so there's no blinds.
That's how
I just pull the blind down. Look.
What?
Just move the camera.
Blind down.
I didn't see a difference though. Did anyone notice a
I didn't
difference?
notice a
But it's dark outside. It's like it's nighttime.
Show us the camera. Move the camera up. Show us the whole room.
The sun
Is it going to scoop everything? I'm afraid.
Andy, I could ruin everything here.
No. Don't
When
do
are we
it.
getting the Pizzi studio tour?
Oh, yeah. It's not very big.
There's a lot of Chuck.
You've seen this table before, GC. It's not a...
Can I tell you something that's been bothering me for weeks now?
Uh-oh.
The football behind you, the soccer ball, it's a little bit curved.
Deflated?
Yeah, no. It should be set. Yes. Why? It was like pointing the wrong direction. You see how much better that is?
Seek professional help, Ariel.
That was bothering me a lot. It was bothering me a lot.
What you think of Armin in personally? What's the aura like?
Oh my God. First of all, jacked. Like, one of those guys you give the bro. Very, very, I don't know if you guys noticed this, very soft handshake. Very soft. Almost.
That's an insult.
Doesn't have anything to prove.
Shakes your hand like a boxer does. Boxers, like you ever shake a boxer's hand, especially like Shakur? Shakur will shake your hand like this.
Yep.
It's wild.
It's the moneymaker.
But they're protecting their instruments.
I don't know if it's that or if it's just actually banged up.
Speaking of hands,
You never shake
I ran
your
into
darts player's
Armin
hand
in the
hard.
bathroom.
Wait, what is that? You both are talking at the same
That
time.
was the more
What's going on?
Frank is very low for me.
Frank couldn't
I can't
wait to
really-
get that.
Because Frank actually speaks under his breath. Like he forgets that we're doing his show, so he's just cracking jokes.
To
left and
speak
right.
on a microwave. On a microwave.
It's not open mic night here where you can just crack jokes under your breath.
I was in the bathroom yesterday with Armin Sarukian.
Oh, you were?
We were washing our hands.
Don't phrase it like that. Say it differently.
And what happened?
And he was looking at me in the mirror.
Weird.
All right, this is
so bad, Frank.
It's a really poorly told story.
This is so bad.
This is rough.
No, keep going. Finish the story.
So I got out of the bathroom as quickly as possible.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was taking care of his hands, which is important, to your point.
Okay.
They're the moneymakers.
Yeah.
I think Frank
Alain's
is
very
trying to
excited
say he washed his hands and then he came into your studio, shook your hand. So he's saying, don't worry, he washes his hands.
Oh, I'm
clean
not worried
hands.
about that. I was not worried about I was just saying his hands were very soft. That was it. Anyway, let's move along. Pete, what did you want to say there real quick?
I was saying, Alain's very excited about Armin. He's
a big fan.
You on the TV and a lot of compliments going his way.
Okay.
To be honest. To the
Interesting.
point where I was like, fucking relax.
Yeah, chill out. My kids enjoyed his accent very much. Speaking of washing, cleaning yourself, Pyotr Yan seems to be making a habit of cleaning himself in the snow. It seems like I don't know what's happening here, but what's going on? Is this like the Russian equivalent of an ice bath? What's happening? Why is this necessary? What's going on here? Look at this. This seems torturous. Like he's not just doing it in and out 10 seconds. Like he's sitting there. Can't do that. Can't even do an ice bath, to be honest. I think I'm too big of a wuss. Has anyone done an ice bath?
Yeah.
You've done it. How long have you?
Several times.
How long? How long have you sat in there?
3 minutes. It's terrible.
Terrible. Well, what's the water temp? What's the water temp?
I don't know, like 51 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. It hurts.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Much prefer like a sauna, the other end of the spectrum.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm more of a summer guy. Guys, I do have some exciting news.
Oh yeah.
I'm alpha.
Oh, that was fun. We got a drop and the breaking news at the same time.
I feel like that may have been a...
You could do two at the same time? Like
No.
Wow, this is incredible. Tomorrow on the program, as we said, Chuck Mindenhall is going to join us, talk a little Bills Broncos and other news. OTN on the nose. That post is already up, arielhelwani.substack.com. Also mention that arielhelwani.com, the home for all your merch. And we're working on it. New merch coming out. Please stay tuned. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez is going to join us. Big fight coming up against one Sean Strickland. And it's a little reunion coming up. We went an entire year. 2025, I went an entire year, probably for the first time in quite some time, an entire year of no DC and Helwani. Tomorrow, we reunite with the one and only, the double champion, my former co-host, Daniel Cormier.
Wow.
Now, I'm awaiting the text where he's like, oh, I got something more important to do. But DC is scheduled to join us tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to this. And I was reminded by, who was it? I think it was Andy who reminded me. Was it Andy or Nicole? Someone reminded me that we did last speak of DC when he, well, I should not just say he, I should say all of you punked me with the Fanatics Fest picture thingy, where I thought you ran into him and I actually got mad that he told me he wasn't there. You guys remember that?
Yeah, sure do.
The line, so
Sure do.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm also, of course, looking forward to speaking to him about this John Jones reality show that has come out of nowhere. And it seemed like for a moment, I'm not quite sure if John's figured it out yet, but like it seems like for a moment he was very optimistic about, a potential friendship, kinship, brotherhood with one DC. But then I saw this clip of him speaking to Red Corner MMA, and it sounds like he's back to hating Daniel Cormier. Take a listen.
This season is against Daniel Cormier. Oh man, what a stuffy, just dickhead Cormier really is. I think if you really get to know Daniel Cormier, he's really not.
Yeah, it was nice.
He's an asshole. He was an asshole. I mean, he didn't really connect with any of the fighters here. He's just an asshole. I tried to make peace with him many times, and he made it very clear that he wants to be enemies for the rest of his life because how lucrative it is. And he's just a, I don't know.
Well, I cannot wait to get DC's response to that. It's so good. Can I just say, I don't want them to be friends. Is that so bad?
Nobody does.
Who wants this? I don't want to see, after all this time, a photo of them like hugging each other does me no good. No one wants this. There are certain guys, Ali Frazier, probably like the most famous, guys that you didn't really want to see as friends. I think they are our version of Ali Frazier, right? I don't want to see them singing Kumbaya. I want to see this rivalry last. There was a time where Ali Frazier were in their like 70s and they're arguing at like memorabilia shows. They're on the set of talk shows and they're getting into like actual scuffles where they have to be broken up. That's what DC and Jones are destined to be. And I don't think that makes me a bad person. I'm not hoping for that. Of course, if they become friends, if they're, at peace with one another, no one wants to see it. Life just feels like more normal when they're at odds, right?
It warmed my heart when he called him a dickhead. I was like, that's my guy.
I'm also interested in knowing like DC's perspective because he says that like DC said like it's more lucrative and he wasn't trying to be friends or he wasn't liked by the fighters that they're supposedly coaching and all this stuff. And I'm like, I wonder what his perspective is on all of this, because I'll be honest, I did check in with him a couple times and it did seem like the perspective was a little bit different. But I love this. I love the fact that John is putting this perspective up. Like, this is exactly what he should be doing. This is exactly what we want.
It did feel like it was John Jones led, right? John Jones is the one talking about friendship. Then John Jones is the one saying that DC rebuked the friendship offer. It feels like maybe John Jones got, his heart hurt a little
do you
bit.
think that was it? You think he put out the Okay.
He said he wanted to be friends, right?
Yeah.
We didn't hear that from DC. We heard versions of it, right? Like at first he started with back in March, he was like, or May, I believe it was. He's like, I could never be near John Jones. Then he softens a little bit. Then he's like, all right, you know what? Me and John will never agree, but we're here together. Meanwhile, you cut to John Jones. John Jones like, this could be the start of a beautiful friendship. Then you cut to John Jones and he's like, that asshole didn't want to be friends.
Yes.
Feels like John got his feelings hurt a little bit.
You know what? You're 100% right because I'll go out on a limb and say I don't think there was any part of DC that wanted to go out there and make amends. And here's the thing. John is coming from the position of power, right? When you have 2 wins over the guy, and I know one is a no contest now, but as far as the athletic competition, I think DC views it as a loss as well. You can be the guy who says like, hey, we should be friends. If you're the guy who lost to that guy, you're probably like, screw you. I don't want to be your friend. Like F off. I want nothing to do with you, right? It's the victor that's always going to be like, we should be pals. And then the guy in DC's position is going to be like, yeah, no thanks. And plus, it got really personal between them leading up to it. Man, is there anything even close to DC and Jones now in MMA?
Right now?
Yes.
Conor and Habib forever.
But like that's not now.
That's not a thing. Like,
is it any more of a thing than John?
No. Is there anything today that is anywhere near as good as DC and Jones in terms of a rivalry?
Not a current one, not even close.
To me, Izzy and Pereira was the last.
Alex and Izzy was the last really good one.
Wow. Is there anything?
Colby and Bo Nickel.
Well, no, but
fuck off.
To be fair, we were talking about like, I think if Armin fought Patty, would be pretty damn close.
No,
need a good
pretty
fight.
damn close. You're crazy.
Ilya Patty?
Yeah, you need a good fight. You need more drama.
I mean, but if they're booked, right? Because how did this thing like explode? They did the face-off, MGM, they get into the fight, then there's the fight, and then I hope he's crying somewhere, and then there's the rematch, and there's the like there were chapters after they were booked. Those guys haven't even been booked yet.
Yeah, they could potentially maybe become it one day, but
never.
I guess the question is,
then when will we ever have another good rivalry? Then?
No, because nobody actually hates each other anymore.
No,
it's all business.
No, I disagree.
See, I disagree. I think Armin hates Ilya. I think he hates Patty. I mean, he said it yesterday. I think Ilya hates Patty. No?
To say we will never have another great rivalry in the UFC is crazy.
It's not that it's never going to happen. It's that the world has changed. The environment has changed. You can't just be that. Like there's too much money on the line. It's business. The thing that was so fascinating about Habib and Conor and John and DC was it went beyond the money. They would kill each other if they saw each other, and it didn't matter what they sacrificed or what they compromised. That was what made it so fantastic. Conor McGregor is coming to Brooklyn to throw a dolly through a bus window because he doesn't care what is at risk and what is on the line. Armin, Ilya, Patty, all these guys are just doing business. Nobody hates each other. The level of vitriol is not even 1/4.
Someone is gonna. So what? It's just over. The rivalries are dead in MMA.
There's too much money now.
Strongly disagree with this.
What does that mean? Too much money?
There's too much at risk. There's too much brand building. There's you can't hate anybody anymore. It doesn't exist. It's just not going to happen.
We will have another great
maybe there will be one
the next 5 years.
But
this is very dark right now. This makes me very sad. If we're never getting another rivalry,
you're the one who wants John and DC to never be friends and hate each other forever.
Yes,
we will come back to this.
Which is my point. I want rivalries. You're telling me I'm never getting any rivalries ever again?
Not one at this level. Just can't happen.
I think that's very absolute. I feel like
no more rivalries, no more pay-per-views.
It won't be predictable.
It will never be another Jordan until LeBron James.
We
can't never be another Brady.
Yes,
Patrick Mahomes.
Royce Gracie and Ken Shamrock hated each other. The Gracies hated Sakuraba. Liddell hated Ortiz.
What's the one since DC and Jones?
Habib and Conor.
What's the one since then?
Okay, well, I mean, there has been one since.
What's the one since
then? That
was
2018. Yeah, Izzy Pereira, you guys said.
Izzy and Pereira was a very good rivalry.
It was a great rivalry. It didn't reach the... we just proved the point. John and DC can't be near each other without it going to that level. Izzy and Pereira
well, now they're buds. That doesn't mean
camera.
that the rivalry wasn't legit. Madison Square Garden.
You're comparing them. I'm not saying that there will never be another rivalry in UFC history. What I'm suggesting is there will never be one as heated, the blood feud level of John Jones and DC, nor Conor McGregor.
Think Armin versus Ilya is
man.
What?
They just aren't that.
Ilya versus Patty. You don't think they got into a fight? Hand sanitizer, all this stuff in the freaking...
You're calling that a fight?
Well, they got
throwing a thing of hand sanitizer.
Really? I can't tell if you're doing a bit here. This is
what are you talking about?
Ilya
You're
versus Paddy is a
throwing hand sanitizer to John Jones in DC and Conor McGregor and Habib.
They got broken up.
I'm doing a bit.
I think they would have. I think they would have traded shots.
Nah,
Ilya and Paddy in that hotel. I think they would have traded shots.
They literally crossed each other in a courtyard, and they were like, "You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
Are you out of your? I'm doing a bit. Are you guys out of your fucking minds?
Dude, it might not be Ilya and Paddy, but to say in the forever future of the UFC, there will never be another rivalry.
Hyperbolic,
is insane.
but we're acting like you could just like pick a current thing a dime a dozen. These are special. These are not just repeatable with guys who are just like in the promotion to be like, it really could be these two. It's not going to happen that way.
I know, but you just don't know. Like, you just have no idea. In 2014, if you had said, "Oh, it's going to be Conor McGregor and Habib Nurmagomedov," the most, blood.
I know. That's my point. You
would
can't
have been
predict
like,
it.
"What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
my
We have
point.
no idea where
I'm
it's going
not
to
saying
come
it's
from.
on the level, but Aspinall Gan has gotten pretty testy.
I disagree with that one.
What? He's calling
Rick,
him
it's obviously huge. What are you talking
He's
about?
calling him a cheater. He's calling him a scumbag. He's literally
Huge words.
Those are bad words.
I know, but I don't think he hates Cyril Gahn.
The vitriol. Oh my god.
Hamzat, is there anything with Hamzat? Who's coming after Hamzat?
Oh, so many.
We just don't know where it's coming from. We just
I get
don't know.
accused of being the negative Nancy here, and I'm trying to find something here. I'm trying to find some sort of.
We can't predict it. That's what's beautiful about it. We can't predict.
I'm trying to see who's coming. Who's in the pipeline? Is there anything?
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I truly don't believe that we can get to that level of hatred.
Well, that's depressing
anymore.
Because the money's so good.
That's
money. What
There's
is
boxing
at risk?
rivalries,
This
and they're
is
making
too much
more.
of a sport now. This is not just.
It's been PR'd to death.
Yes. There's too much protection around this. Like
They're still rough around the edges.
no, we're not. This is.
I mean,
Dakota-
Paddy said
Dakota and
CBS
Chris.
about Hooker the other day was crazy.
Oh,
Like, I mean,
Hooker and Patty said it's on site. By the way, is it
That's
SITE or is it SIGHT?
the shit he said was crazy.
SIGHT.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I get
I mean,
you.
the shit that both of them said was crazy.
You think
Yeah.
Look,
oh yeah. definitely.
Armin and Dan were popping off at each other. The build was great. Hugs, respect afterwards. Like it's not the same anymore. It is not.
We need a good old.
We need one. It ain't happening.
Dakota and Chris seemed like there was something there.
All right. Now you're
also,
trolling.
I'm trying to find
Now
one.
I
you're
understand,
trolling.
like, Izzy and Alex are buddy now, but like the rivalry ended in the octagon with Izzy doing a bow and arrow
Yes.
over Politan's completely unconscious body, and then he fucking talked shit to his kid, and then he got on the mic and was like, "I have never been this happy in my entire life. I pray you guys take risks so you can come close to feeling how
it was
how
a
I
great
feel right now."
rivalry, and then they're hugging, and now they're hugging.
Yet now they were not hugging.
John
after
Jones.
that.
If you see a picture of Habib and Conor McGregor hugging, the world has actually
There
ended.
is a picture.
It was no, not pre.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
now. The apocalypse has
I
come.
agree with you.
The apocalypse has come for us.
DC just did a show together.
That's a good point.
He's building for the show. He's like, hey,
Connor Habib would never.
They
Would
would
never.
No.
That is true. I agree
would
with you.
never.
Connor and Habib would actually.
Connor
never.
Habib, the most volatile
Okay, how about
rivalry
this?
of all
Jorge
time.
Colby is actual. I think Jorge hates Colby
On
coming.
site.
Yeah, they hate each other.
That's as close. That's as close as we'll get.
I
but
think Bo Nickel hates Colby.
no, man, no, he doesn't.
I think
New fight promotion. We just buy a house and we put the
People
two
who
people
hate
in
each
there.
other.
All right.
Camera.
I'm thinking reality show where we get retired fighters and they come out to our island and they coach teams of up and coming fighters to renew the rivalry. We put it on YouTube.
Is it a fight island?
Is it in Thailand?
I'm thinking.
I actually like that idea, Rick. We do it in Thailand.
Okay.
Retired fighters coaching up and coming fighters, reality TV show on YouTube.
Russian only.
And they speak Russian.
I want it
Yes,
more
I love
like-
this idea, Rick.
I want more like CCTV angles and just throw them in there. There's no introduction or anything. It's just like, oh fuck, here we go. Conor McGregor's there, Habib's there. What's gonna happen?
Or we just have a reality show set in a kitchen, $30 million briefcase.
Now we're talking.
Kitchen scrap.
By the way, don't you feel like? Am I going to expand this conversation? Don't you feel like this is true across all sports? I feel this way about rivalries in all sports. They have been lessened. They have been watered down. There is not as there. The athletes are more mercenaries than ever. They don't have like something to kind of like fight over. The teams don't have those kind of like. I just feel like rivalries in general have taken a step down. let alone the kind of like blood feud, John Jones, Cormier, you know. Like,
so I understand what you mean. A lot of people bring this up in particular with the NBA.
NBA rivalries are down.
No one knew that Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley were friends with Michael Jordan because it seemed like they actually hated each other when they played each other. Knicks, Bulls, all those games. And then you come to find out that they were actually kind of buddy-buddy. But when they stepped on the court, they despised each other. And you see a lot more fraternization. You see a lot more dapping up and all this stuff. And, you know, the old heads will say that they hate it. I do believe, though, I believe that there are players that hate teams or other players. They just don't say it, and you don't see it as much. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes, but
I believe Josh Allen hates the Patriots, and I believe Josh and Stephon Diggs feel some sort of way about each other. They're just being very careful about not saying it. You know what I mean?
You need somebody who will cross the line.
Yeah.
You need somebody like a John Jones. You need an agent of chaos. You need a Conor McGregor.
Okay, counterpoint.
Who's going to come and throw a dolly.
Counterpoint. English football, they hate each other. Right?
I can't speak. I don't know enough.
Right?
If you're telling me, I believe you. I don't know. I can't speak to that part.
Everton hates
I don't think the players.
Liverpool.
I was just going to say, I feel like it's fandoms.
Fan bases, it's ridiculous. They
I'll
kill
still
each other.
take that, though, because that creates the environment, right? If those fans are like fighting each other in the crowd, that to me is equal. I'll take that.
I feel like there was some story recently where someone said, I hate these guys. What was this? Oh, you know what it was? It was actually the coach of the Chicago Bears. Said, you know, F the Packers. Yeah, F the Packers, and I like beating Matt
Good, I
LaFleur
like that
twice.
energy.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I don't buy it, but
By
I
the
like
way,
the energy.
to your point, I watched it a couple times wondering if it was like an AI thing. I was like, did he actually say this?
Exactly.
Because coaches never say that.
Nobody talks like this. It's a
That's 'cause
it's a
Rodgers used to
bygone.
say he owns
It's a
the Bears
bygone
and
era.
stuff,
It's
right?
a bygone era.
It's because what, PT?
Rodgers used to say he owned the Bears when he beat them.
Yeah.
I'll say college football still has a lot of rivalries.
But do those players might care the least?
Definitely.
Especially now with NIL and all that. Like, they're just there to play for a year or two and then move on. But yes, the fan bases, perhaps the coaches as well. We saw that with the coaches with the handshake with the Bears Packers, and it does get pronounced because it does feel like we don't see enough of it. But I do believe in fight sports. Like, I think in boxing they get paid pretty damn well, and people dislike each other. Like, there is a lot of
Dislike is different.
Ben
We're talking
Eubank?
different levels.
Ben Eubank was
Ben Eubank.
what?
Those guys are hugging.
They are.
Yeah. After the second fight, it was
After
like
leading up to the
first
first
of all,
fight.
after the first fight, they were hugging too. The second fight was a money grab.
Afterwards, I mean,
We need more hatred. I'm with Rick.
There's
You know
no
that?
pure
Like,
hatred.
egg. You don't think Conor Ben was fuming with the egg?
No.
Wow.
It's all a build.
So everyone's disinterested.
There's like
is
a
what you're
picture
saying.
of Connor Ben in the moment, and he looks like he's raging.
Yeah, he got slapped in the face by an egg. It's rough.
So you're
but-
There's no way
saying-
he walked away from that and was like, fair play
We're
from Chris
talking
on that one.
Let me restate for the record. We're talking about the highest
Yeah, so
levels
you're
of
saying
hatred.
there will be nothing in MMA that will ever come close.
Ever, I don't know if I'll be alive long enough.
Well, I
but
feel like that's what you
it's,
said.
it's
Well,
it will
that's what
be
he said.
very hard to reach that level. It will be very hard.
That's what
It's
you
not
said.
Ilya and Armin. I'll tell you that.
That's what you said, though.
We'll have one within the next decade.
I think Ilya coming back after everything he's been through, and one of those dudes are staring at him, walking around with his belt. I think he'll be fired up. I think.
He'll be fired up. I agree with you.
And I think
He
they'll
ain't
make it
gonna hate
personal.
him.
I think one. By the way, none of those guys can control themselves. One of them is going to make a joke,
If they make a joke about his domestic situation,
or
maybe,
not even a joke.
Maybe
Someone will make a comment, right?
Yeah, like somebody
Yeah.
pokes fun at it. Yeah, maybe we get there. I still don't think so.
All right.
Ilya's not an unhinged individual.
No, but I
Ilya's
think
a
those guys
classy
are.
person.
I think those guys tend to be a little unhinged with their trash talk.
I just can't see it. And maybe that's the best evidence for it, because you can't see it coming.
Well, maybe it's not just a fighter problem. We talked yesterday about Dana White, the aforementioned Chuck Mindenhall. Right now on uncrowned.com with a new piece entitled, "We Need to Get Dana White a Little More Interested in His Own Product Again." This just came out, 3/12. Can't wait to read
What a
this.
fucking headline.
Yeah. What a guy, that man in the hat. Congrats to him joining the Morning Combat team. So congrats to all. Love it. And I wondered, I was checking, unless I missed something, no announcement, right? No Dana White announcement. We suspect it's some kind of fight announcement. Maybe it's the announcement that Frank Martin is fighting Efe Ajagba on February 14th at the Apex. By the way, I can't, you know what's so exciting about this? The boxing community now is going to get like this sensation that we've had for the last few years, where it's like big Apex main events being announced and them having to like debate whether it's big enough and all. It's going to be great. This is going to be great. But no announcement, right, guys?
Not yet.
Nothing. So stay tuned. Luckily, we shall be back tomorrow to talk about whatever said announcement was, and also to answer your questions. And obviously can't wait to have DC on, Fluffy Hernandez, and Chuck Mindenhall. And Pete, in the end, you're going to have to make a pick. I just want to let you know.
Easy.
You already have your pick?
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty amazing, by the way. I don't want to harp on this, but I still don't understand why the Bills played Sunday at 1. The Broncos had the bye week, and yet somehow we're playing the first game on Saturday, and yet somehow the Bears and the Rams who played on Saturday are playing on Sunday. How does this make sense? Feels like a conspiracy. How are we in the early slot when we played on Sunday, and then the ones who were in the early slot last week are playing on Sunday? What is this?
And it's precious minutes for Josh Allen, who got absolutely battered up in the
Yeah, so you agree. The fix is in. They want the Broncos.
Good team.
Yeah. All right. Well, I look forward to that chat tomorrow. For now, though. It's a nice little remix. What was that song I was singing earlier, Frank?
Get down, 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 down.
Down, 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 down,
Get down, down, down.
Now I just got more bad news, PT. Tyrell Shavers torn ACL. 2 wide receivers tore their ACL on Sunday for the Bills.
You have 2 wide receivers?
I know. Khalil Shakir at 12 for 12 though, career day, but that's insane. Khalil Shakir, wow.
Cooks, baby. Brandon Cooks. That's all we need.
But yo, I've never seen 2 wide receivers tear their ACL in the same game. Oh, and Shavers was playing well. And they lost Joshua Palmer last week. Yeah, no.
Josh Allen gonna have to put the cape on, mate.
Yeah.
Put the cape on.
Oh, I looked at my feed. My whole feed is this now. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Put that cape. You know, PT, you know Josh Allen has never played. He's played in every single stadium except for one. You know this, right?
Levi Stadium.
Yeah. And where's that? Where's that stadium?
It's in San Francisco.
And well, Santa Clara to be exact. And which stadium is hosting the Super Bowl?
Levi Stadium.
Down, 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 down. Sing it with me, Frank. Down, 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 down. So, Frank, come on. You and Marbella.
Just call me Rank.
Frank, come on. Down, 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 down.
Come on, Frank.
Come on, Frank. Down, down,
doing it. You guys just can't hear me. I'm too low.
Down, 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 down.
Sing it, Frank.
Down, down. Come on, Frank. Down, 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 down.
Look, he doesn't even care.
Mauricio Ruffy, Dakota Ditcheva, Charles Johnson, Ade Oladipo. Thanks to them. Thanks to you. Back tomorrow, same time. Peace.